Hello and welcome. I am Ash Mannix. It is Wednesday evening. I apologize, I'm running a little bit late. Evangelists in 20 seconds. Wait, what? 20 seconds? 20 seconds late? Made it in time. Awesome. Oh, I'm running a bit late and oh my god, I'm fucking shattered. I don't know what has happened to me. What is up with Wednesdays, man? Fucking hell, maybe I should drink a Monster energy drink. Ah! My head, for some reason, I took a short nap. Now, it is warm today, but that's not usually an issue. I took a short, I just lay down for a bit. And when I got up, I was like, oh shit, there's 4 minutes to go before I need to stream. And I'm like, I need to check my PC. My PC, what was it? What had happened? It was like blank screen because I'd left it on the startup screen where you log in on Windows. And I don't know what the fuck was wrong with it, but it wouldn't let me, it wouldn't show anything, just a blank screen with the mouse. You could see the mouse with the circle loading icon. And then I had to restart the PC, and then Windows was asking me to what the fuck was Windows was like, it's the startup, it was some sort of startup screen thing, as if I'd just installed Windows, and then it was like, you need to update some settings so that you are properly backed up. I was like, what the fuck is any of this? And it's like, do you want to buy, you should get Office 365. I'm like, go fuck yourself. No, I don't want this. Hello, Res1 Coder and the Twitch chat. Welcome to the stream. And also, if I haven't properly set it, bloody hell. Hello, Evangelion Donut. What is happening? Man, I am fucking crashing. My brain is anyway, Windows was, I don't know what the fuck. I mean, it must have been an update, but I hadn't, usually the update happens after you bloody log into Windows. I'd switched the computer on and I hadn't logged in. I just left it on the, I didn't even I just switched it on and it would have come to the login screen. I'd left it on that, and then I just did some other things, came to it, and it was fucking locked. So then I force restart the PC, and then it shows that stupid ass screen, and then it's like, do you want to buy? I don't know what the fuck it was. So the first thing was Office 365, which you can absolutely suck my cock, right? Fuck off, Microsoft. Office 365 can suck my dick. Fucking pisses me off, right? No, I'm going to use Microsoft Office 2000 and whatever the fuck 13. Oh no. Oh no, boys. Wait, that's alright. Why do I have to activate my copy of Office again? What the fuck, man? Why do Windows updates suck so much dick anyway? I'd bought a version of, what is this? What version of Office is this even? Right. Office 2021. So I'd brought you know the type of license you get where it covers one PC? It's basically just the old school license that you'd get where you'd just get a CD of Office. You'd activate it. That's you. Of whatever version it is. And you don't need no fucking 365 bullshit. Fucking piece of shit! Subscription. Res1 Coder saying, my Windows Wi-Fi driver broke a month ago. Switched to Linux. Whoa, dude, switching to Linux is hardcore though. Even the Windows support talked to me on Twitter, didn't help. Bloody hell. That shouldn't break your Wi-Fi driver. That sucks. Luckily, I use. Oh shit. What do I use? I have obviously Wi-Fi on my PC, but I don't use Wi-Fi. I use the Ethernet port. I am lucky I wired my house with Ethernet so that I can so the PCs uses Ethernet to connect to the router, which via a cable connection via my network. Oh, fucking my eyes. What the fuck happened to me? I was so fine, right? A, Windows has pissed me off. I mean, Windows pissing me off is not rare, to be fair. B, I was bloody fine, right? There's something about Wednesdays where I just can't be fucked. I don't know, what is it on my eyes? Oh, man. Did I eat? I'm trying to think, what can I do? I'm gonna refill my water bottle. Wait, Evangel.sing CD key personal license. Yeah, they are getting rid of those. Man, Microsoft, fuck off, right? Fuck off. I shouldn't be this angry. It just pisses me off. I hate being an old man about this. I don't need your shitty subscription. Just give me a fucking piece of software that's one-off that you give out security updates for every so often, because obviously your bloody software always has fucking security flaws at some point. And just leave it to that. Let me sit on a version of Office for 20 fucking years until I need a new one. I don't want your subscription. It seems cheaper in the start, but I fucking hate having a subscription. I want to own something and just be able to own it, so that if I lose my job, I don't have to worry about 5,000 fucking subscriptions. You will own nothing and you will like it. The words of Microsoft's bloody sales service. I don't know. I feel like Alex Jones going crazy here. The globalists! The America the Frogs game. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Evangel saying Ubuntu is the way to go. I don't know. That reminds me, I need to check something. I need to check up my... can I still connect to my wee server PC? Oh, fuck, it's asking me for the bloody... Can I still connect to my... Oh, I can. Right. Yeah, I use Ubuntu on my my server PC just uses Ubuntu, and I've got the UI version. I've not got the command line version because I like, no, I just want normal Ubuntu. I don't want to have to fucking do command. I don't mind the command line, but I like just having a UI. I just don't care. Make it easy for me, right? Even though I do coding and I'm comfortable with the terminal. I need to run some updates on it though. Evangel saying, Ash, they want you to not own anything and to like it. Alex Jones is why we got to autism registry. Oh well, pfft. I mean, not Alex Jones in particular, but someone that's probably as fucking mental. I don't know. I feel like was Alex Jones not like, see, back in like the 90s or the 80s? Was he not a reputable journalist? And then he like, and he did some like this. I don't know, right? I've seen some very old PC videos that he's done, where he was a journalist and he was investigating, like, you know, like shady practices, stuff like cult stuff, right? With like, or alleged cult stuff, right? And then and he was normal. And then you look at current day Alex Jones, like something happened. Maybe they put something in his fucking coffee or something. They poisoned him, and now he's just insane. I don't know. I mean, I would be surprised, right, that they did something to him to make him fucking a joke. He somehow still made loads of money, but I don't know. He is fucking insane. I have listened to... he literally uses the word globalist like I use the word fuck or something. I don't know. He is insane. Holy shit, is he clippable though? I don't know how a man his age has that. I have no energy, guys. My eyes are feeling heavy. Why are my eyes feeling heavy? What the fuck? What happened to me, man? Did a ghost fart in my face or something? Right. I'm sitting here updating my server. Oh no! Shit, this update requires... Wait, I thought with Linux you don't have to restart the PC for updates. The fuck is this? Ubuntu? Fuck, you know. Well... I'm gonna restart my server PC, see how that fucks things, if I'm able to remote log into it again. Imagine does saying no actions were not getting back then. He was reprimanded back in the Clinton era for fucking over his radio host by scaring away sponsors. Lol. But maybe he was actually unearthing all the Illuminati. Who knows? Right, fuck this. I'm going to take a quick break because I need to go and get a drink. I need to top up my water bottle, and I need to get. I'm just going to get a Monster Energy drink. I'm fucking dying here. I'm dying here, man. And it's 12 minutes in. I'll be back in a second, guys. Where's my on hold? Okay, I'm back. This, oh man, my eyes. Right, Monster is either going to make things a bit better or 10 times worse. It's sugar-free, guys. Should be good. As if that fucking... Oh, God. Evangelion is saying, also, you should look into the term globalist. It's a pretty diabolical term. You know what? What does it mean? Let me look at this. A person who believes in globalism, a political ideology related to interconnections across the world, a member of the New World Order, a conspiracy theory which espouses that malicious agents, sometimes called globalists, are attempting to form a world government. I mean... I know the US has a really big problem with an issue with communism, because communism, even though on paper the idea of communism of everyone getting equal blah 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 blah, even if they don't deserve it, like some people might think it works, and practicalities caused fucking some of the most deaths. I mean, I'm thinking about communist Russia, right? USSR. It's massively destructive, right? Whenever it's anyone's tried to implement it. So this idea of someone trying to create a global government, I mean, it definitely rankles against the idea of like individualism, right? Because the West is as I see it, in my shitty opinion, the West is there's a big emphasis in Western countries on individualism, whereas in the East, in places like China, just Asia, Middle East, it sways more towards collectivism, right? And there's advantages and disadvantages to both of these things. I don't know which is better. I believe a balance, right? An importance to the individual, but also an importance to the collective, but not, an importance to the collective, but not to sacrifice the self for the collective, but also not to be so individualistic that you sacrifice and you fuck over the collective, because again, you can't. Society breaks down if everyone tries to be ultra individual. But anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, the idea of globalist, well, at least according to this description on Wikipedia, that's an interesting concept. I mean, I think about, alright, first of all, welcome to the stream, Crack Dealer. You have missed nothing. I have rambled about Windows, how much I hate it, and Microsoft with a bullshit subscription for Office, and Windows updates. I also moaned about my eyes hurting for some reason. I went for a nap. It wasn't even a proper nap. I closed my eyes for a bit before the stream got up, and I was like, oh god, I feel shit. Is this old age? It's just my eyes though, I feel like it isn't. But what else have I seen? And then I mentioned we were talking about Alex Jones, because why not? They're making the frogs! They try. Oh, fuck, he's so fucking memeable. Man has too much energy. I don't know what the fuck he's on. So yeah. So we were kind of talking about that, and Evangel Donut was talking to me, saying that I should look up what globalist is, what it means. Yeah, I mean, when we think of sci-fi, right? I was saying, when I think of anime, was it the United Earth Federation and Gundam? Isn't that a global government? And isn't like the Federation in Star Trek? I suppose, are they communist? Is that communism? It might be a form of communism, but there's like a united global government on Earth. I think the Federation spans multiple species, I think. But I mean, but the reality is we're all fucking insane monkeys, and I don't mean that. I mean that because we are fucking descendants of, was it apes or monkeys or whatever. We're just a bunch of dumbass animals. Like, it is actually kind of impressive. No, it is massively impressive that we as a species have achieved what we have. And I mean, to be fair, it's down to a minority of people. For every massive step of progress, we rely extremely heavily on a select few people in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing to a degree, to be able to progress, and we make a lot of missteps. The idea of us being able to have a global government, and I know what's going to happen. It's like the US has this to a smaller degree. Like, people envy like California, right? Or they used to. I mean, now everyone shits in California, but in terms of the money that's made, Texas and California, I think, are extremely fucking rich and powerful countries. States. And if they were independent countries, they'd be like, I think California at one stage, I don't know about now, but at one stage would be like the richest country, or one of the richest countries in the world, if it was its own country. So like, there is an envy, understandably so, right? From like other states, especially in the kind of central belt, the states that really kind of just get ignored to a degree. It's like in the UK, London is basically a country in and of itself. For anyone that's not super familiar, I think most people will be, but London is a big, everyone's heard of London. It is a city, the capital city. Is it the capital of the UK capital? I mean, it's where Parliament is. But it's a country in and of itself, and the thing is, they don't think that much about the rest of the country. Even Parliament, man. They suck balls. And can you imagine a global government who would get special treatment? The biggest, most powerful countries, right? I mean, it's a kind of like UN is it's not a global government. It's not a government, but UN is like the closest bullshitty approximation to anything we would have. And what's in it? It's like Russia, China, UK, US have fucking veto powers, which undermines the whole point of the fucking UN. But whatever, right? It's like, look, we're gonna create a special fucking club, right? But we have special rules, bitches, right? But that's how these things work, man. There's no such thing as entirely fair. There's always, like, if someone's gonna make something, they're like, we're not gonna give equality to everyone. We're always gonna have special rules. But whatever, I'm fucking... What am I... Why am I I'm supposed to play this fucking game. I'm doing everything I can to avoid playing this game. Reginas, indeed, the fairy scum. This is why we suppose you lol. Glory to the principality. Still would be. California GDP is so massive that other states leech off it. Now the thing is, you jailed on it. What I think, personally, is that what ends up happening, you shouldn't, like, when you... Because California is on the coast, right? I don't know how much that affects it. I've noticed though that New York and California, these are states, sorry, that are the coast, right? And I've noticed, like, London is the same. The big cities are all next to the sea, right? Or next to a big ass river or whatever. Traditionally, because you could do a lot of trade via sea. And the problem with London is it's a mega city. New York is the same, LA, and you can only do so much before it becomes too much, right? House prices are too expensive, it's too cramped, the city just ends up getting bigger and bigger. And I've always thought that, you know, you really should, as a country, so in the UK, they really should, like, yeah, it's basically I mean, they subsidize, London subsidizes a lot of the UK, right? Let's not pretend. They really should spread it out more, though. They should put, like, look, we're gonna give incentives for companies to, which they do, right? To settle in, say, Manchester instead of London, and Birmingham, and Newcastle, and Scotland the same, right? Places in Scotland. We should spread out the opportunities, because when you spread it out, you don't have to have fucking horrible mega-sized buildings crammed with people, and everyone trying to go to one place. You have the brain drain. Everyone goes to London, or everyone's going to California because that's where the fucking Silicon Valley is, or whatever other fucking shit, right? Like young people leave the states that they're born in to go there for opportunities, right? Because there's not enough opportunities spread out. I think you need to spread it out more, and then obviously you have to build things around that. So you need to build better rail links between, like, London and, I mean, there's rail links, but, like, stronger, better links and rail and roads. And these are long projects to distribute. And this is going to sound commish bastard, but to try and distribute, not the, I mean, obviously not the wealth, but that concentration of power and economic power, right? Have multiple hubs, right? Instead of just London, because the thing is, the city's become you can't afford a fucking house in London, man. Even people paid big salaries can't bloody afford the bloody rent or whatever, or even to even think about buying. It's the same in LA, right? It's the same in New York. What's the fucking point, right? You're on 6-figure salaries, man, and they can't even bloody afford shit beyond rent. So either way, I'm fucking, everything sucks. The economy sucks. Why the hell am I an adult in this age? Man, the 90s was fucking peak shit, man. The fuck, I could have bought a house for a couple of grand. Fuck me. Fuck this economy. Anyway, I shouldn't complain. I live with my family. Could be worse. Could be rent and shit. I shouldn't complain. I'm actually quite fortunate. And I'm more fortunate than Gen Z. Holy shit, Gen Z and Gen Alpha fucked. So we've got a whole I wonder how they're going to develop, right? Because the millennials, I remember growing up, right? Millennials, yeah, there was a lot of talk about, oh man, we have to stay home longer before we can move out because house prices are expensive and rent's expensive, blah blah blah. And then with Gen Z, it was like they didn't even have a hope in fucking hell, man. And it changes everything. What the fuck, Cookso? What are you doing on this stream? What is this? Cookso started 26 minutes ago, just right. Man, shut the fuck up, right? Don't you dare come on my stream and start bitching about the fact that we're fucking 26 minutes in and I'm just ranting, right? This is my stream, and you should be grateful that you've jumped on if you've not missed anything. Man, you're such an asshole. I bet you jump onto other streams, you don't say anything, then you wait for it. You wait for when I'm pissed, and you're like, I mean, I know you do this on purpose. You go, I'm gonna fucking wind him up, right? Bloody worst chatter ever. Oh my god. What's Cracker saying? Wait. I mean, with New York, the terrestrial condition of its land makes that place for building those little skyscrapers. 8 grapes and a handshake for land. Anyway, let's pretend that we're playing a game. Let's pretend that I'm a streamer, guys. Let's pretend that I'm not just some fucking hack streamer, who. What am I doing in my life, guys? Maybe I should. To be honest, I know you guys. Most of you guys are here to watch gameplay of something, of a game, of a visual novel or something. But maybe I should just do streams of me ranting fucking. Maybe I should do those streams that are like designed for people that are like that you know, like all of us that have no attention span, and just have someone playing fucking Fortnite in the background or whatever the fuck game. And I'll just rant about something, and maybe I could put like inspirational music up behind it as well, because it'd be hilarious. And I was just like, that's what I'm gonna stream, guys. I'm gonna stream slop. I mean, what am I doing right now? This is all slop. Ivan Jadot is saying this is peak Ashmanic content. You don't get this with other VTubers, mate. You don't get. Come on. You don't get other VTubers ranting about shite. Gura's gone, guys. Why she leave me? I mean, I didn't actually ever watch her streams. I just watched clips of them. Imagine Gura jumped on this chat. I think I'm more likely to win the lottery that I don't even play than to have someone like Gura jump onto a chat. Why would she do that? Could that happen? Do you think that could happen? Do you think any of these massive VTubers, not VTubers, just like these massive creators like jump onto random fucking streams with 10 people and they just lurk? They're like, I'm a superhero, right? But I'm invisible. I'm in disguise. I'm just gonna lurk here. I'm not gonna say anything. And then they just wait. They might follow a random streamer from time to time whenever they have free time. And they'll say, like, one day I might chat and I'll be like, hey, Ashmanix, I've been watching your streams since the Sayano Uta days. Out. Like, holy shit. Holy shit. Mate, I'm fucking dreaming here. This is never gonna happen. Anyway, what is the chat? The chat's going off. I say going off, it's like there's 5 chats. Cookso says, well, I was just watching a VTuber does the ending song. Oh, what? What? What the fuck? Really? Vajada saying, anyway, I guess it's time for another installment of Epstein's Net. Oh, fuck this game. Cooks is based. I need to thank you to season 2. Cracker says, I'm here for sexy Scotsman ranting. There's many things that there's many words that can describe me, Crack Dealer. Sexy is not exactly one of them. Evangel saying, surprise Guru review, anything could happen, Ash. Mate, I could wake up tomorrow and I could be fucking happy with life. I mean, anything's possible, guys. Anything's possible. But let me just say, if I was a betting man, I wouldn't fucking bet on it. Kixel saying, well, I'm sure Pat used your countdown timer. That is true. I should go onto Gura's on Twitter, but like, Gura! Gura-sama. What the hell did it refer to Gura? Besides just Gura. Whatever. So like, Gura! I'm random Scotsman. Watch random clips. I didn't even watch her streams properly. I'm such a fucking... Man, I'm a terrible fan. Gura! Will you give me some clip before you graduate? I'm desperate. Cracker said, I used to watch her when she streams semi-regularly. Cooks was saying, Sayano Uta, good memories. Man, Sayano Uta, Valhalla, good times. What else did we play? Oh, and we did do Hatoful Boyfriend. Good times, good times. That feels like an age ago, and it is literally an age ago. I've been doing this for 3 to 4 years now. Ivan Jed was saying, indeed, Sayano Uta was peak drinking rain. So, yeah, bad news, Ivan Jed Donut. My local supermarket, or what the fuck is it called? What do you guys call it? I know you can use supermarkets like like Walmart or whatever. Whatever, right? The store. My local store, where I usually go and do my groceries. I went there recently to do some shopping. I went to the drinks aisle. I was like, I'm looking at the energy drinks. I was like, guys, I'm healthy. I'm a healthy guy. Right? Don't judge me. I go for sugar free. Therefore, it's fucking healthy. Don't you dare tell me otherwise. Don't you tell me there's enough caffeine there to fucking boost me out of a coma. Right? I will not hear it. Anyway, I was there, and in weeks past, I'm damn sure, because this is where rain was available at this particular store. And I was looking and I was like, I'm not seeing any rain. What the fuck's happening here? Shit! They just had Monster Energy and some other fucking Relentless. I don't know what the hell other cad toxic liquids they had, but they didn't have any rain. I was like, oh, fuck me, man. Maybe it was like a one-off, them having it last time. Evangelist Donut saying, Sour Gummy Worm goes brrr. Valcracker saying Valhalla was peak. Kixel saying Goomba Ludes. Wait, what? What are you talking about? Evangelist saying supermarket. You just call it supermarket as well. I don't know why I'm... I suppose because most of the time... Sorry, I was just reading some of the article you posted in Discord about globalists, Evangelical. I'm gonna read that sometime later. What am I doing, guys? Yeah, most of the time people are like, oh, I went to the Walmart. They usually, or the Target, right? Does Target do groceries? I know Walmart does. So I feel like I very rarely hear people refer to the type of store. Reswan Coder's laughing. Sorry, Reswan Coder. Reswan Coder saying, I'm getting hungry seeing you yapping. Reswan Coder, right? To think about an English breakfast. I don't usually have English breakfast. Fried sausages and fried eggs and potato scones all in this massive frying pan full of lard or some fatty oil sizzling in the pan. Imagine that for breakfast. Evangel saying, sounds like tariffs ruined your rain fix. Is rain made in America? Do we get, or is it canned? Oh, is an American energy drink that was introduced 2019. The question is it made in the UK? Or do they have like a, not made in, you know what I mean? Like, is there a UK canning? Because like Coke, right? Coke is an American drink, but they have various bottling plants around the world. I don't know. Probably tariffs. Fuck knows. Life sucks. Tariffs make things go expensive. More expensive! I mean, how much do we actually import? No, that's bullshit. We import a lot from America. I was going to ask a stupid question. Right, fuck this. Let's get into this this game that makes me suffer! Damn, man, it's like 37 minutes in. Most places are called supermarket. Target is more of a general store, and Walmart tried to rebrand itself as a superstore rather than a supermarket. Superstore! It's a very... Even the word supermarket is probably originally American. I'm almost guaranteed. The word super is such an it's like so heavily used in American naming for stuff. Like, a British person would never go, that's a supermarket. They would never come up with that word, right? Yeah, it's just super, like Superman. Such an American, I don't know, it embodies that kind of like American fuck yeah energy, right? The British are fucking, I mean, look, I'm British, right? We don't go around calling ourselves super. Anyway, what the fuck am I doing? What am I doing, guys? Guys, I'm having some more drink. Why is the music died in this game? With that resolve, I stepped boldly into the church, but Sarah's nowhere to be found. When I asked one of the women passing by, it seems like she's shut herself in her room with no intention of coming out. What? I can't even remember what happened. Can't blame her, I guess. It's not like I can go wandering into the women's quarters, and I'm not so carefree as to just idle about here. I decided to ask the guard if I could help out with some security work for the church instead. Security doesn't mean apprehending terrorists or fighting insurgents, however. The work simply involves making regular patrols of the church's perimeter, and even that's not much of a job. But to be quite honest, the disdainful glares that you sometimes get from regular citizens can be quite painful. One of the guards told me he usually carries a weapon as a form of deterrence. But I'm not allowed to, since I'm not officially a guard. Wait, you're not officially a guard? You're not... But you're the guard? Like, the daughter of the boss man of the church has, said that you're a guard. How can you not officially be a guard? Isn't this like... Whatever. Having to lug something like that around would just slow me down anyway. It's better that I'm unarmed. It's better that I'm unarmed, said no one ever in a hostile situation. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to glean any more information about the exploration team other than what Karen already told me, but I learned quite a bit about the church's conflict with Avalon in the past. Avalon's the type of name I'd use for a character back in the day. The guard I spoke to had been working for the church since those days. The story he told me made me want to plug my ears. What? I wasn't really able to picture it when he told me how the alleys were piled high with bodies. Finding a dead body was still somewhat of a good thing, since so many people just went missing, never to be found. It may sound nice, being able to cling to the hope that they're still out there alive somewhere, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Hope can be surprisingly fragile. 3 days without food and you lose the strength to stand. You're no longer able to open your eyes after a week. Slowly but surely, hope vanishes. Before you know it, it's gone. But that doesn't mean there's no getting back on your feet. Hope returns, grows back. But for that you need time, and a mind-boggling amount of it at that. I'm sure the people of this island are waiting for that time to come. What? Right, he's talking about after they had the big fight with Avalon. And I'm sure Sarah is no exception. I'm so bored and so hungry. What? I don't care, says no. I have too much time on my hands. Can relate. Now that I've finished making my rounds and arrived back at the church, despite my efforts to gather intel on Sarah in the church, everyone's busy and the guards have disappeared due to some urgent business. Huh? I spy a girl walking past, her hands full of bags. Right, I'll go flirt a bit while pretending to help. I mean, resume my inquiries. Did you say girl or woman, mate? You seem to be having some trouble. Where are you taking all this? Wait, she's... You didn't recognize her? Mate, what? Gah, it's the ring leader herself. What the hell happened last time? Did they kiss? Oh, she got really weird and huggy, right? Oh, she did kiss him. That was weird. It was like an awkward kiss. Evangelion Donut says, oh hey, PlayStation is bringing back the 30th anniversary PS1, PS2, PS3, PS4 UI theme for PS5. Free for everyone forever. Oh shit. Did they not give you the PS1 theme? Or the opening video thing for a while? Cracker saying, okay, so these things, what are they? Evangelion Donut saying, training is how... What? Crack Dealer says, are they not LED? Wait, what are we talking about? Cracker saying, where is all this lighting coming from if it's not just screens? No. No, it is a screen, right? Those are screens, I think. New tech, who knows? Oh, it's okay. If you're talking about yesterday, that didn't bother me. Her head bobs up and down at high speed. People seem to be crowding around us. Okay, well, if we're going to have this conversation, I think we should move it someplace else. What? Come again? You overslept. That's what you're embarrassed about. So the reason you didn't come out of your room this morning is because... Then what about yesterday in the lift? Oh, you're not embarrassed about that, eh? Sarah's eyes dart around, then she gazes off to one side. Right, press X to doubt, guys. Oh, I watched a bit of Action Buttons video on LA Noire. It's interesting. I don't know if I can... I don't know though, the detective shtick he's doing... I don't know, man. I'm thinking for 9.5 hours, how are you going to keep to doing it? On it said it was originally a limited time for the anniversary. Oh. Cracker saying she gave him a hickey. Oh, she did. Evangelion Donut saying, also training is how Setsuna is not a guard, he lacks the training. Yeah, I did wonder about that, to be fair. Cracker saying that was out of character for her, that's not my Sarah. This is more like her. Alright, okay. Wow. Have shame. Wait, why is my... Oh, maybe I'm too close to the mic, I don't know. What the hell? Yeah, damn. What is this weird defiance on this subject? The hell? Yes, you do. You were the one who made the moves on me. What? Getting you in the mood? This girl be crazy, man. I guess it might have been my fault. No, she gaslighting you. You know, for saying stuff that could have been misunderstood. What did he say? I don't like how smug. I don't like how smug she is about this. I don't get her weirdly stubborn attitude. Yeah, what the fuck? The scriptures allows you to kiss? How dare they? It should be fucking forbidden. Thou shalt not kiss any woman unless they are thine wife. For the church says, thou cannot be lewd with one that is not betrothed to you, or whatever. I'm just a fucking miserable arsehole, but whatever. god, just throw that sketchy book in the trash. Bloody hell, mate. I think that's it for my blood sugar. Why didn't he have lunch? Sort of. Could he have not got lunch? Does he have to rely on her for lunch? What the fuck? I thought he's got a collar. Tara opens up one of our bags to show me what's inside. It's packed full with sandwiches. Oh, mate. Like, I've got nothing against normal sandwiches, right? The ones that you get from the shop or whatever. But I don't... Right, guys? Have you ever been to, like, an event or a wedding or whatever the fuck, right? Where they serve, or a posh... I feel like, it's not, maybe not posh, but I feel like there's certain places where they give you these sandwiches, right? And they're tiny little fucking triangular sandwiches. And I think they cut off the crusts as well, which is... I'm not going to complain about it, but I don't hate crust. It just feels like a waste. But they're tiny fucking sandwiches. And you have to eat about 10 of them to get any... to feel at all full. And I think to myself, why are these tiny sandwiches? Like, they do it with rolls as well. The rolls will be cut into like 1/8 of a roll or something. They'll stick a fucking stick on it or something. And I'm like, what is this? Just give me a fat sandwich. Cut the bread in two, right? The slices of bread in two. So I have 2 triangular pieces. I don't know what they do. They cut it into like 1/8 or something. So it's a tiny little triangular sandwich. Who's that going to feed? My cat. My cat's not going to be happy with a fucking 1/8 of a goddamn sandwich. Gratdir is saying, who is this woman? Darika. Evangelist is saying, whose woman is this? Wait, why? What? I mean... Wait, are all of these packed with sandwiches? Where are you getting all these supplies for? I must help being the boss's daughter. A few, oh well, might as well be thankful for them since she's offering. Mate, just eat the fucking sandwiches, don't question her. Unless she's poisoned it. There's 50% more corn in the sandwich than usual. Fucking hell. I regret everything, guys. Did you make these for them? Is this a good way of doing things, guys? I don't understand the full complexity of the problem at hand. And I don't understand all the emotional damage it's done. I can't fully understand that. But I can make sandwiches. So I'm going to make sandwiches. I mean, she is helping them, right? They are starving. She's bringing them food. I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. So I see, so that's her response. I'm just going to make sandwiches. Also, I'm just going to point out, guys, come on. What is this pose? This is so stupid. Like, this doesn't make sense. It's almost like she's squishing her chest, which she's not. Because her arms are in the resting position. But it's like she's wearing... It's like there's some invisible wall squishing her chest. Come on, artist, why? No, I know why, but come on. It's just... Like, there is lewd, and then there's just stupid. Right? And this is stupid. This is not... What is this? This isn't... Oh, whatever. You know what? She's not wrong. Even if she's attacked for being a hypocrite, huh? To be honest, right? If someone was like... If I was giving money to charity, so I was like, you're a hypocrite! You buy Apple products, and they use slave labor, which... I mean, maybe it's not technically slave labor, but it's pretty close, guys. At least it used to be. I don't know about now. It probably still is. And I'd be like, so you don't want me to give money to... Shut the fuck up! Well, actually, I mean, you're not... Look, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but also, shut the fuck up. Let me just give the money to charity, if it's actually going to help. If you told me that you're a waste, that money is not going to charity, it's a big scam, or it's not going to where you think it's going, that's different. But yeah, I mean, if someone's like, oh, you're a hypocrite. Everyone's a fucking hypocrite. To a greater or lesser degree. Simply calling someone a hypocrite it's not enough to totally destroy an argument. And their argument might even be right. Again, it's like an ad hominem, right? You're a hypocrite. It's like, but is my argument correct? Is what I'm doing correct? Helpful? Is me giving you food helping? If you don't like me, that's fine. Just say, I don't like you. You are living this life that has caused me so much pain and destruction because of your father and the powers that be. And I'm like, fair enough, right? You say it like that. I get what you're saying, right? But if you're just like, what is this? YouTube Music has just told me there's a new... What the fuck is this? If you're just like... I'm like giving food to like kids that are hungry. And they're just like, yeah, hypocrite. Why are you giving us food then? And I was like, look, I get where you're coming from. But at the same time, are you fucking hungry? No? Fair enough. You must be doing well for yourself then. I don't know. A part of me is like, just shut up. Like, saying someone's a hypocrite is not the fucking win that you think it is necessarily. I mean, sometimes it is, but sometimes it isn't. Cracker Singh was going to say it's so distracting. It's distracting, but not. It's distracting in the wrong way for lewdness. It's just like, it's try hard, right? It's like it's like you've it's uncanny valley. It's not. I mean, it's just like it's off. It's like off. And you're like, come on, man. You could have just made it look realistic and still made it look, have the same kind of effect that you try to go for without this weird... I mean, I can't draw. I probably shouldn't throw stones from glass houses, but whatever. Evangelidot says, every major corporation uses slave labor. Yeah, to a greater or lesser degree, because the reality is, in this globalist world, but in this world where you're dealing with like the majority of companies have something to do with a company in China, right? Or India, or in other countries that don't necessarily have the same workers' rights as in like America or the UK or Europe or whatever. Like we all get all these devices we bloody use are manufactured in China because it's cheaper, not cheap. And how do they keep it cheap, boys? By paying them fuck all and making them work like dog. Well, I'm not saying they all do that, but that's, I mean, how do you keep something cheap, right? As well as like, obviously, I think China manipulates its own markets by like piling money into the economy, to doing various things to keep the renminbi, I believe the current Chinese currency is, down so it remains cheap. Because they don't want it to go up too high, because then it'll become expensive to manufacture there. And India is actually a genuine competitor. I think Vietnam is a competitor. There's various other companies, because I think the Switch 2, some of the Switch 2s are being manufactured in Vietnam. Like they've always been. There's always been a selection of devices or something, and they're kind of pushing more because to get rid of tariffs or whatever. Anyway, yeah, like we can't totally avoid it, but I don't know. Like, it's still not good. Cracker says that would hurt to always squeeze on your tits. I mean, I'm assuming you know about this, Cracker. Just give me a normal sprite. Yeah, I agree. Evangelidot, don't say she wants tits not to notice them. So it does kind of look like that. See if someone like leaned forward, used her arms to squish their chest, but she's not. It doesn't look like she's squishing them that way. I mean, she might be, but also, you think she's doing it on purpose? You think she's holding that position the whole time? That's a bit sad. Cracker saying Ash, you're a hypocrite. Me? A hypocrite? I'm fucking 100% right all the time. Fucking flawless, right? Logic, life. I am the perfect human being. Perfect in every way, right? Perfect in every dimension. Perfect in every alternate universe. I could never be a hypocrite. Evangelist, you can't draw though. Mate, no, I can't draw this. I did very well with the Ashley drawing, but that was a one-off. I need to continue to draw well to be able to say that I can draw. Ivajao saying, also Trump is announcing that he's going to capitulate on the tariff stuff China won. I mean, I don't know what to think about that. Because if China won on that, right, doesn't that embolden China? I mean, it's like, look, I'm not going to say China evil, but the Chinese government, sussy baka, in certain regards. All governments are sussy, right? I mean, look at the UK's had a lot of sussy stuff but in the past. I'm sure there's up to sussy stuff now. But is that the right thing? Like, you've emboldened China, and China has such a stranglehold in terms of the manufacturing in this economy, and the fact that they've their own homegrown companies are really, really, like, they're competing right at the same level for a lot of things, which makes sense, man. It's like, yeah, we're manufacturing this stuff for you. Obviously, we're going to look at this, and other people are going to learn from it. The people that work in Foxconn and all that, who literally have to build up the worked on building up the manufacturing and all that, are going to see how these things are made and learn from it. It's like what Japan did. Japan took stuff. What was it? Japan learned stuff from either Germany or other countries. Back in the day, this is before World War II, or maybe during World War II. Like, they were known for, like, they don't have no technology, and then they kind of like went massive. And now, after World War II, I believe the Allied powers used a lot of money to, because of what happened with Japan and Germany after World War II. There's a lot of funding given to build up their economies so that they could build brand new manufacturing and all sorts of things, because they knew that if they didn't do that, if these countries languished, that's what happened to Germany after World War One, and it just absolutely fucking paved the way for World War Two in a lot of, well, in my opinion, in some ways. And so, like, yeah, Germany being a manufacturing powerhouse, and Japan, like, developing their technology super fast, and I do think that played a part in it. Because it's like car manufacturing as an example, like Jaguar or whoever back in the day had these old manufacturing plants, right? And it's very, very expensive to replace tooling when you want to do new stuff. Very expensive. A lot of companies don't want to do it for a long time. They push it out for as long as possible because it's a big expense. And then sometimes they push it out for too long and the competitors fucking beat them to the punch. Having said that, we're kind of in that right now in terms of electric car manufacturing. Like, China is, because they could keep the costs low, they got vertical. The fact it's like, was it kind of vertical manufacturing? Vertical. What's the word? Basically, they got everything in one place. The mining of a lot of the earth minerals, the manufacturing is all done in the same place. The battery manufacturing is all done in the same place. Relatively close to each other. They don't have to do transport big parts and then building the cars together and shipping them. And they can do it for cheap. And their battery technology is, and the tech in their cars are a lot better than the standard you're getting in current the Western car manufacturers, because Western car manufacturers are used to fucking. It's not that they're making shit tons of money, but if you look at Audi, they'll give you a car and it'll have fuck all in it, right? And it'll still be quite expensive, and then you have to pay for all the extras. I mean, BMW wanted to charge you a subscription to use the fucking heated seats. Suck it, BMW. Suck it. Suck your fucking subscriptions. Now, I don't want these companies to die, but at the same time, I hope they get a fucking burned so they learn a lesson. Anyway, I fucking go down under the rant. Cracker saying, don't worry, I'll say it, China bad. Mate, don't. They watch everything. If I ever go to China, I'll get fucking kicked out. Evangelion saying blame Trump at the end of the day. European countries have been musing over moving towards China since the US is shitting itself thanks to the current government. Honestly, Evangelion, I was having a chat with someone about this more recently, but see, in terms of defense, the UK relies super heavily on American intelligence, as does a lot of the Western world, such as NATO and the like and other allies. And the uncertainty around those type of agreements, you see it with NATO, you see it with other groups, other allies, has definitely forced. I mean, it's what Trump wanted in a sense for NATO. Is like, you guys need to pull your weight. Why are we the police of the world? Not why are we paying for everything? It's like, well, you've become the police of the world. Whoever is the police of the world has to pay for everything. Like, the British were acting like they were the police of the world by, like, colonizing shit. Just like the colonizing countries from the past, right? And the one who is the biggest piece, you know, colonizer, I mean, Britain, right? The sun doesn't set on the British Empire ever, as they used to say. And it's massively expensive. There is a lot of the reasons why empires have empires, and you do, but you know, the strength and all that stuff. You get the take all the resources from everyone and use it for yourself and all that sort of stuff. But they're also massively expensive ventures, right? And America has always footed that bill, and it's a fucking massive bill, right? They have, I think America has the biggest military, or at least not closest to the biggest military, right, in the world. They have some of the most, I would say, I'm assuming the most advanced tech, but definitely, at the very least, some of the most advanced tech in military defense. And man, that shit is expensive. And you think government contracts are always fucking money sinks, right? Their F-35 jet project, I heard that was a massive money sink, right? Corruption and all that involved and all that shit. And they're like, oh, we need to sell this to other people. And they're like, how much are your jets? Because it is a massively capable, well, it's a massively capable, are these 5th gen fighter jets? I don't know. Anyway, mega expensive though. And I think to myself, seeing a full-blown, not so Iraq war, Afghanistan war, those were, what do you call it? They were lopsided. There's a word for it where it's like, lopsided is one way to describe it, but asymmetrical war situations. What's the word for it? I can't remember. But anyway, America, very powerful. Iraq, Afghanistan, not exactly massive military powers. So those ones, you're not expecting to lose fighter jets. But if you had a war against a country of similar-ish military power, like, I don't know about China and Russia specifically, but they have much, like, a developed air force and ground force far superior to, like, Iraq, and even, like, Afghanistan was next to nothing. And so if you have a war with that, right, those fighter jets, man, when you're sending them, you're going to lose a lot of fighter jets. And the thing is, man, they are fucking expensive. A couple of billion, well, it's like, how much? Do you know? I need to look this up. Fuck this. I'm gonna check this. This is what we do on a fucking island stream. What is the cost of F-35 jet? Right, guys, come on. It's a bargain. 80 million to 100 million for a fucking jet. I mean, they're always really expensive, right? Oh man, $100 million every time a jet crashes, bro. I don't know, man. That's well expensive. And that's just jets, right? And America has, man, subs are super expensive. America has a lot of subs. Aircraft carriers are ridiculously expensive. So anyway, what the fuck was I talking about this for? Yeah, so to police the world is very, very fucking expensive. And I mean, that's not America's main problem, but it is a massive expense it's always had. And if you don't want to police the world, you will save a lot of money very quickly, but you will lose standing, right? And look, let's be honest, the Western economies are getting fucked, right? I could see why this. I could see why people are like, yeah, we need to save money. Why are we giving money to this? Now, if you think long term, a lot of these decisions are not, in my opinion, not the best thought out decisions. You're saving money now, but what type of effects are you going to have later on? But whatever, that's not the current government's problem. That is the other government's problems later down the line, right? But Evangelical saying, to be fair, this is far more interesting than Ellen. Well, a random Scotsman who doesn't know jack shit about fucking politics is just talking politics. Like, this is the opposite of what Kuxo does. Kuxo's like, no politics on my channel, and for good reason, right? Evangelical saying, see, that's the thing. Trump doesn't want to police the world, but he wants to keep the same police the world budget. He wants the money, right? Yeah, he wants. The thing is, right. The British Empire held strength. There's a lot of advantages when you have an empire, right? When you have, it's there. So I've heard this talked about more recently. Soft power, hard power, right? Hard power being military presence and just like physical firepower and army and stuff like that behind your presence in various parts of the world. And then there's the soft power stuff that they do, like the charity work and aid and stuff like that, which again is government power at work. Doing favors for other countries makes them owe you stuff. You're not doing it for entirely for free, right? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type of shit. Like, this is how governments work. If anyone's under the illusion that governments do fucking anything just for the sake of doing good, no. At the very least, they're doing it because they find some sort of benefit in the long term to their own country, right? Very few things are purely like, there's nothing. Wait, there's an update ready for Discord. I'm not updating Discord. In my opinion, there's very few things that a government will do that's purely like that doesn't benefit the government itself or the country itself. It just benefits the person they're supposedly helping. What the hell was I talking about? So like, yeah, like the bargaining power America has on various things and stuff to do with the economy and all that, you know, it's when it polices the world and has certain levels of control, whether via hard power or soft power agreements, because of the perception of its power in the world, it brings it benefit, right? And if you take some of that away, or that perception away, or that presence away, it will change things. And I mean, the fact that Europe is thinking about, like, seriously thinking about a NATO and various things happening without America being there with them, and they're like, we're gonna have to fucking do things ourselves, which they should have always fucking thought about. Like, the UK doesn't have a powerful enough military to do too much unilaterally now. I mean, it'd be budget cuts. I mean, our economy sucked ass since the fucking recession, right? Same across the whole Western world. And budget cuts had to happen, and our military shrunk, and less people want to join the military because of the fucking, you know, war in Iraq and Afghanistan left a understandably bad taste in the UK. The minds of the people of the UK. Especially when you see people, your soldiers, the sons and daughters of your country, right? Sons and daughters of your country coming back maimed and injured, and you ask yourself why. Like, it's not like, yeah, and then they don't even get treated well by the government in terms of support. I think it's similar in America, but veterans suicide rates are phenomenal. And look, I have a lot of issues with the wars that happened in Iraq and Afghanistan, but I will always give respect to people fighting for what they think is right, whether they are right or wrong or whatever. I have issue with that. soldiers. The only soldier I don't like is the fucking crazy person that's in it to just like shoot the guns and kill the people because they're insane, right? And most, like anything, most soldiers are not like that. I think vast majority, it's you fight for your country. A lot of, I think the most soldiers, in my opinion, they have that. You think you're doing something for the better of your country, and then you become jaded. You come back and maybe they see something. I don't know. It's a fucking different world out there. But my Jedi saying sorry, I had a phone call. No problem, man. I was just fucking rambling on, as usual. But yeah, what the fuck was I talking about? The military, soldier. Yeah. So our military is not as powerful, not nearly as powerful as it was for God knows how long. So, and what's happened? We've been spending less and less on military, and I get it, right? The military budget's a lot of money, and you're like, fuck, man. There's people that are homeless and shit. What are our priorities? But you can't. I've always thought you cannot bank on a world of peace, even if the world seems peaceful. You always have to have a certain level of ability and preparation. Maybe I'm cynical, but here we are today, right? At the current European kind of political state that we're in, and we're like, oh shit, bro, guys, this is not looking good. We need to be careful. There's a war going on, fucking Eastern Europe. Evangel saying, yeah, veteran health is shit here. Yeah, I mean, the thing, so someone was talking about this. It was actually a woman, it was someone on Twitter. She was someone that was in the military, the British military, a veteran. She was actually talking about, it's interesting, in America, people do, like, people will cheer, people, there's a lot of respect in America for soldiers and veterans. People will, like, she was like, people would be like, oh, thank you for your service and stuff like that, like when you go to the restaurants or whatever, like there's a genuine, and I think that's quite nice, right? We don't have that in the UK, because in the UK it's all stiff upper, like compliment someone or say a nice thing to someone. No, right? We don't do that. I mean, at the very least, I mean, that's not gonna help you if you have, you know, if you have PTSD and various other like issues. But it's, I think, appreciation from people. We're human, right? When someone says a nice thing to you, and if it's genuine, it feels genuine. I think it goes a long way to your day-to-day mental health. I mean, it's not going to make you rich. It's not going to pay your bills. It's not going to like take away the horrible memories you have, maybe of the war or the injuries you have. But it's better. It's something, right? Vajay does say certain level of readiness. Yeah, you should always have a certain level of readiness. And to be honest, our military, like in all militaries, our generals would have probably been shouting at the government, going, "We should be fucking at a certain level," and the government's like, "We have the money." I mean, we didn't have the money. It's not they were lying still. But this is where we are, guys. I don't know. I'm sitting in a very comfortable position, privilege at this state, in a first world country. I don't know though. I was saying, I mean, nuclear Armageddon is a constant possibility, and I don't want to scaremonger people, but I don't know. Tractor saying Ash not a big Deathwatch fan. Had to look them up because I forgot the name. Wait, what? Deathwatch? That Warhammer. Oh, what were the Deathwatch again? Were they people are they not? They take people from various. Are they Space Marine? Group? I feel like they take people from various different chapters for periods of time. Oh, it's solely veteran Space Marines. that serves the Ordo Xenos? Oh shit, the Imperial Inquisition, holy shit. Yeah, the fucking dodgiest of the dodge, the Imperial Inquisition. They are warriors of the last resort when the Inquisition needs access to firepower greater than that which the Astra Militarum. Mate, I mean, yeah, if you're going to go for the fucking last resort, veteran space marines are the way to go. If you want to go for the nuclear option, they're the fucking equivalent. Oh shit. Evangelii Donut saying something's better than nothing. Also, PTSD is a serious issue in America, even outside of military service. Don't forget the Death Watch movie. Wait, there's a Death Watch movie? What? Oh shit, what was that? A horror war film. Holy shit. I don't watch horror that much, which is why I feel like I've heard of this, but I've not watched it. They're saying, aren't they just in for murdering the aliens? No, I think it's something like it's like an agreement or something with Space Marine chapters, right? That they will lend certain they will lend veterans for periods of time to work to be part of the Death Watch. Or the Inquisition just says, excuse me, Ultramarine chapter, I don't give a fuck what you think. We're the fucking Inquisition, and we can just fucking viral bomb your planet on a whim because we've decided you're fucking what's the word, that you've fallen to chaos or you're heretics. So give us some veteran Space Marines, assholes. I don't give a shit how powerful you think you are. We will blow you out of the sky because the Inquisition are fucking nasty bastards. I'm not saying they're all bad, but they are rife with fucking corruption. And I mean, there's a reason why they were named the Inquisition. They are, they have the power to fucking viral bomb, right? They can just blow a planet, like destroy a planet on a whim. They are kind of assholes. Was it Malcador the Sigilate, who was the original, like the founder of the Inquisition? Obviously, is not there anymore. And anything that powerful that is supposed to be keeping an eye on the Imperium. The question is always like, if you are the police in charge of keeping an eye on the military, the military machine of the Imperium, who is the police of the police? Who is policing the Inquisition? The answer is no one, and maybe the Inquisition themselves, because I think the Inquisition, they have people who investigate and go after rogue Inquisition agents. And I'm pretty sure there's many stories of fucking Inquisition agents that have either fallen to chaos or are just fucking heretics or whatever, and fucking cause more problems than you can. Like, is it worth it? I don't know. Evangelii Dot saying, quotes, dodgiest of the dodge and Dodge City. Yep. They're saying they take in Space Marines from every chapter. Yeah. So they go. Yeah, I'll just give Ultramarines as an example. They go to every chapter and go, oi, pay up, give us your veterans. Oh, you think we're going to thank them for their veteran service? No. We want your veterans so we can send them in the fucking worst missions possible. Our thank you for serving the Imperium of Man. Now, for your thanks, you're going to be sent into the most fucking hellish missions. You thought your missions with your Space Marine chapter was hellish? Welcome to the Inquisition. Let me show you the fucking bottom levels of hell, bitches. Anyway, let's continue. Yeah, of course. It makes you wonder just how long it took her to make all these sandwiches. Oh, so that's why she overslept. Oh, I still don't feel bad. Jeez, how devoted is she? It's fucking sandwiches. I don't know, man. Though, there is one thing I want to get straightened out first. It's pretty nerve-wracking being put on the spot, mate. But there's no sense in chickening out and changing the subject. Might be excusable during peacetime, but right now we're in no position to act like a couple. Wait, that's checking out too. Regardless of the world we live in, there's one thing I'm willing to concede. I made a promise. I can't be romantically involved with you. Oh, this is the promise she made to Karen. I made a wish. Sure, a wish that I could change. That still holds true. But that doesn't mean I want to forget the past. So I'm sorry, I can't support you. I don't know, you hugged me and you're like, I need someone to support me or some shit, and then you gave me a hickey. What are you talking about? Did I get the wrong idea? Hey, don't do a reverse Uno card on me. I told you I... Shit. What the fuck did you become observant? Hey. The fuck is this shit? Oi. The dead ain't a burden. I mean... Like, yeah, there's a certain burden to... Man, screw you, sir. What Sarah's basically saying is she's going to put on a captain's hat and she's going to pretend to be Rene for the rest of her life. I mean, you could have been a friend to him. You didn't need to be a lover. Just saying. Just saying. Evangelii Donut saying blood angels go brrr. Well, at least this stream starts with Sarah and not Karen. Oh my god. Do you know what? This is so much better. I can't stand the Karen stuff. It's just like the way it's portrayed, the jokes, and the subject matter. Fuck off with that shit. I can barely... I mean, the current Rene is kind of bearable to a degree. I mean, I'm just like, what? She's like 13. What is this, right? But it's whatever, quaint. At least there's the grandpa, and it's fairly wholesome, fairly. Even though she likes to get in bed with it. Come on, guys. The Sarah stuff is like she's more mature, and it's this is far better. And the Karen stuff, I'm like, just ignore the Karen stuff. Just tell us, just exposition dump it. I don't want to fucking see it because it's not worth it. Then who's she suggesting I'm relying on? Her, you dumbass. Who is it that enables me to keep moving forward? Am I missing something? Is he an idiot? Of course. That goes without saying. I mean, you're gonna rely on that Rene girl, right? The fucking 13-year-old dumbass. Thanks for consideration. No, I'm alright. I mean, look at this. Guys, what is this? Right? Is she, like... She's constantly pressed up against an invisible wall. That's what I'm seeing here. Come on, artist. Why are you doing this? You know this is Dodd. Like, it's just... The best lewds are the ones that are not fucking try hard, in my opinion. That they're not doing weird physics to try and be lewd. Come on. You'll be meddling if you go any further. What did I say? You'll be meddling if you go any further. Look. I'm clutching my head in exasperation. Damn. Why is she so passionate? Weird question to ask. It's simple, right? I have someone I love. That's all there is to it. Are you fucking serious? Are you talking about us or the other Setsuna? Have you fallen in love with us in like 2 days? You're wrong. Our paths just happened to cross. What? You look straight at me. Her gaze unwavering. This feels like she's talking about someone else. What is she saying? Okay, this is starting to make sense. When he came and he said his name was Setsuna, if she was in love with the original Setsuna, this is starting to make sense. What's she talking about? It was a forbidden love. Okay, and he died, and that's what she's talking about. You shouldn't. The dead are just a burden. When did we do that?
毎晩大きな大きな夢を語り合いました。
Oh shit. What? You're spending nights with this boy? Dodgy bloody shrine maiden? What is she anyway? Priestess? Who was that with?
ですが刹那さんは約束も果たさず死んでしまいました。
He died a worthless bum. I shouldn't say that, but died?
刹那さん、
Sarah calls my name without the slightest bit of hesitation.
あなたは何者ですか？
I am a figment of your imagination. I do not exist, Sarah. I am just an invisible man. I don't know where I'm going with this. Who am I? What keeps me going? What am I living for? But more than that, Sarah, who are you? That isn't me. That's not me in her memories. Why are we making this sound so dramatic? She's clearly talking about someone in the past. Why do you have to ask her in such a roundabout way? So who?
私はあなたを殺した人間です。
Why does she have to say... It's not you. You know you're talking about a different Setsuna. Who is she?
も
What?
う一度問います。刹那さん、あなたは何者ですか？
I am the master of the universe. Cracker saying no, she's way worse than the original Rine. So the brother. Yeah, she's talking about the brother, right? The original brother, Rine's actual brother. I'm an asshole. I swore never to repeat the same mistake I made that day, so think about it. Sarah's true feelings behind her words. What she's seeking from me and what she's seeking from Setsuna. Oh god, I've just realised he's in the exact same position, right? Like, so with Rine in the past, Rine was like, there's a Setsuna I knew, you're not that Setsuna, but you're similar to him. You have this, and she'd given you the name. And she was like, torn between the Setsuna that she had fallen in love with, and this Setsuna who's like a replacement in a sense. And this is happening again with this Sarah. Bloody, what's up with this game being so fucking miserable about this shit? Holy shit. To give the answer I wasn't able to that day. That's right, I'm not your Setsuna. I haven't formed an identity of my own yet. Mate, you've had enough time to. But I'm not going to be afraid of that anymore. I took advantage of Rine's kindness and borrowed her big brother's name so I can live in this world. I touched the collar on my neck. But this belonged to someone dear to you. Setsuna Ohara. Rine's big brother and Sarah's romantic partner. The one Sarah killed with her own hands. Wait, what? Where's the... How you figured out... Well, she said I killed him. Did she say with her own hands? It must have been tough being with me. You must have loathed me for assuming his name. She gave you the collar though, mate. I reach around the back of my neck and undo the lock. It feels somewhat strange to have it unbound in so long. I'm returning this. Mate, what are you doing? What are you doing? I can't bear the fact that my possession of it brings back painful memories for you. She gave it to you though! What the fuck is this? Doing so means that I'll no longer be able to receive rations or get a job. But I like being a jobless bum. He is such a bum though. But that's perfect. Oh, he's literally saying it. It means I don't have to show my face to her anymore. Oh, what the fuck, man. After today, the fake Setsuna will vanish before Sarah once and for all. Sarah? Sarah doesn't reach out to take the collar. Instead, she kneels down, practically putting her forehead to her knees. What?
すみませんでした。
Cracker saying, of course she's Dodge, she's a priest. Mate, what are you saying? What are you insinuating? Yeah, apparently we were just some randomer who kind of looked like him. Yeah. Oh, did you guys hear the Pope passed away? On Easter, I think it was on Easter Monday. Was it yesterday? In rest in peace. It's kind of, that was sad news. Hard. It seemed like he did quite a bit of good. Whatever kind of issue, I don't know how you feel about the Pope and all that stuff, but He seemed like a more progressive pope in a lot of ways compared to the previous popes. So I don't know. It's sad, right? It's sad. Like I was obviously quite sad when the Queen passed away. Yeah, I've heard people talking about JD Vance killed the Pope because he was like one of the last people to go visit him. Cracker saying now you can what? Mate, what?
あなたのおっしゃる通りです。私はあなたにあの人の姿を重ね合わせて。
Why are you apologizing to us? Like, I don't mind you explaining this to us, but you have nothing to apologize for. Like, I don't know, like... She shouldn't be kneeling in front of him, apologizing. Not like this. I feel like she goes, look, I see you in him. I don't know, man. Well, this is all making sense now, why she, like, hired him as the bodyguard. You know, I don't know why I didn't realize this before. Like, this makes so much sense. Why did she give him so much favor compared to anyone else? Because she didn't seem to, like, go out of her way that much for someone to give them a collar, and then she happened to have his collar still. I don't know what they do with those collars. Whether they bend them or not, or destroy them. I think they destroy them. I don't know. So, like, that was a bit... that was odd. Cracker saying progressive. Relatively speaking, man, come on. Whoa there, I wasn't trying to blame you. Apparently he was a bouncer or something. Do you know, I don't know if that was real. Right, Francis. Let's check Wikipedia. That'll be a bit more legitimate than this fucking random post on YouTube. Twitter. Blah 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 blah. Right, I'm going to read this after. This is something important's happening. I don't know what the situation she is faced with, but if your hands are tainted, then what does that make mine? Mate, yours is fucking covered in blood, man. Shut up, Seth. I mean, what does that make me? A man who lied, cheated, defiled his body and soul, then took her life in the end. Defiled his body? Okay. Want to die to get... What the fuck? Right, here, guys, we found a title for this fucking... I'm gonna get fucking yeeted off of here. Anyway, want to die together? It's just a straight drop down to hell from here. It would be extremely simple. Setsuna, that's not even funny as a joke, man. But there's no point doing that if it's easy. What? You wouldn't be able to forgive yourself if you did that, right? People are reborn. If that's true, then the crimes you've committed will gnaw at your flesh again and again from one life to the next. Until the time comes when you're able to forgive yourself? Until the time comes when you're able to love yourself. All you can do is fulfill your promise, the promise you weren't able to that day. The one you made with Setsuna to save everyone on the island. It was your dream, right? Yours and Setsuna's. Then make it happen until your last breath. I plan to do the same. I place my collar in her lap, then turn away. Oh, shit. With this, I turn over a new leaf, but I'm already used to that. No matter how treacherous my path, I'll keep on walking. As long as the path lies ahead, even if it's just a tightrope. Yes. I can confirm that I am awesome, Sarah. You don't need to worry. Oh, this is interesting. I mean, our name has been set since this whole time. I don't think that's changed. I don't think he's remembered his quote-unquote real name, whatever the fuck that is. Whatever that even means anymore. So it finally comes. I scratch my head, turning around. I find Sarah standing there, the rims of her eyes still glistening with tears. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't remember. I've always gone by Setsuna. Sarah blinks a few times as if to fan the tears away. What? What? She presents the collar to me with both hands. Didn't we talk about you kind of growing from this and learning to like not rely on me being Setsuna and all this shit, and I'm trying to fucking be the better, a good part, grow myself and walk away from this because I'm taking advantage of the situation. What is happening? Are we gonna take it? What the fuck? Never Island. Wait, oh, we're on the left now. Oh, this is awkward. Sarah and I are left shaking about in the lift, plunging ever downwards. So this means I've been revived? No, man. What? What is this? What was the fucking point in that whole conversation if we're just back to square one? Fuck off. I see. Then let's go with that instead. Mate, what is this? She just reverted back to her, like, latching on to... Oh, fucking hell. I thought there was going to be some progression, guys. I thought there was going to be progression. I thought this Setsuna fucking asshole was actually growing, right? He's like, no, I'm going to walk away from this. I'm not going to take advantage of the fact that you see me as the person that you were in love with who died. I'm going to try and make it my own way. And hopefully he was going to starve to death and then the game would be over. No! This fucking shit just went back to as if nothing fucking happened. Fuck off, game. Fine with me. I have some questions of my own anyway. I'm referring to the real Setsuna. With that said, it's a difficult topic to approach given the romantic nature of their relationship. Hey Sarah, you know the girl I love? What? She misunderstood me again, even though I was just using it as a lead-in. You know, it was right about here yesterday when we... She's cheating on her original Setsuna, man. She got some nerve, seeing as she came on to me. Don't worry yourself, it's not like it was my first time, my man. My bloody hell. We're getting nowhere. Wait, shouldn't I stay on the attack? You weren't my second either, you know. Bloody hell, Setsuna, what's the point? Why are we having this conversation? Fucking kill me now. Kill me. God. Why is she being so insistent? Can we not have this conversation? Does that mean those boobs of yours have had their fair share of it? Oh my God, Setsuna! Fuck off! Right? Fucking... Oh, apparently in Wikipedia it says so I'm looking at the Wikipedia for Pope Francis, who's passed away recently. He'd been a bouncer and a janitor. Interesting. Anyway, what are we doing? God. Wait, what did that? Was I supposed to read that? Yeah, I did read that. That dog Setsuna. I haven't even laid a hand on those colossal cans yet. Fucking hell, man. I'm dying here. I don't want this. That's fine then. What? To me, 5 years is too long for me to imagine. What? But I kind of understand how she feels. 5 years is too long for you. Okay. Time passes a little too quickly in this world. There are moments in life when you want to stand still, and moments when you want to curl up for a while. When that happens, you should just let it go for a short time. Someday we'll rise up once more and begin to walk again. We'll be able to... Once we've met someone who'll pat us on the shoulder or give our backs a gentle push.
刹那さんに出会えて。
Why? This guy is a fucking waste of space, man. Oh, but I can't take your Setsna's place, even if I did take his collar.
はい、分かっていますよ。
Nara flashes a grin.
むしろ刹那さんにはそのことを実感させていただきましたから。
So that means I'm just a bait?
だからなんて言い方をするんですか。感謝してるんですよ。目を覚まさせてくださったことに。
Grateful, huh? That unpleasant itch on my back is probably telling me I'm not such an honourable guy, that I'm not worth thanking. You're not worth thanking. I'm just a nobody after all. I can't accomplish anything on my own. All truthful. Right, so why don't you let me fondle this? No, I'm not even reading that. Fuck.
それは競技に反しますから。
Is it? So you'd be alright with it if it's not?
ダメに決まってます。
The scriptures don't come into play at all. Zara? Zara suddenly conceals her face and then...
少しだけ。
Are you fucking joking? Clings tightly to my arm, leaning heavily on me. Wait, her chest is directly touching my arm. Hey, I was just joking earlier, you know. I wasn't particularly...
違います。少し気持ちが悪く。
Oh, shit. Oi, are you alright?
もう喉まで。
Mate, I mean, the lift isn't fucking, like, moving that much, is it? Hang in there. Not much longer now. With Sarah continuing to retch, I massage her back in long strokes. Why are we describing this? That reminds me, she had her head down and kept silent at first. Jeez, this one's nothing but trouble.
すみません。ありが。
Evangelii Donut saying Kojiro was an infinitely better protagonist. He was, man. He had, I don't know, like he had, he wasn't just a fucking pathetic horn dog. Don't say that. It'll wash right off later.
後で預からせてください。責任を持ってきれいにしておきますので。
Oh wow, she vomited. Ew, she vomited in there. That's one way to get close to someone, is to see and smell their own vomit. I won't have anything to wear on my way home though. What?
しかしそんな格好を公衆の面前にさらされてしまうと、私のプライドが。
Did she vomit on him? Surely it would be my pride hanging in the balance. Oh shit, she vomited on him. Anyway, you said you accumulated plenty of experience, didn't you? Then that should have been nothing.
そんな特殊な経験はありません。
Specialist trick. What the fuck? I have, by the way. What? Is he talking shit? I wish you wouldn't look at me like a piece of... Well, I am covered in dirt, I suppose. You are a piece of shit, mate.
だったら、キスくらいであんなに大騒ぎしなくても。
Because he's a fucking loser. He talks shit. Why is she sulking? Kissing is a big deal. It's not something you do to someone unless you love them. I mean, people kiss their parents on the cheek and shit. What are you talking about, man?
すみませんでしたね。好きでもない人で。
Also, in some European countries, they kiss the cheeks to say hello. What's he talking about?
大体何なんですか、刹那さんは。好きな人がいるならいると言ってくれればいいじゃないですか。
Yeah, you should have just told her, I have a girlfriend. As soon as a woman approaches, I have a girlfriend. She's, I was just going to show you the menu, sir. You're at a cafe. You're here to order coffee. I have a girlfriend. Now she's angry with me. You are an idiot, mate. Ah, well, I did say so in the end, but then you...
タイミングの問題です。わざわざ人が弱ってる時を狙わないでください。
I'm fucking dying here, man. I wasn't striking you.
さて、どうでしょう。
Shall we just jump into a giant lake and not come out? Why is she blaming me for this?
と、ここで話すべき話ではありませんでしたね。
Sarah averts her gaze and instead directs it to the basket placed in the center of the plaza. Phew, I'm saved.
この件につきましてはまた後ほどじっくりと。
Let's not. Let's skip the chat. Let's like skip to the end of the story. And get to the rest of the game. Is she serious?
ですが、妙ですね。
Strange.
サンドイッチの減り方がいつもより遅いような気がします。
It might appear that way since we brought so many, but even taking that into account, the children don't seem to be biting. Damn, man, we're fit. Are they fishing for kids? This is really dodge. I'd say there are about half as many gathered here compared to yesterday.
レモンちゃんに昨日のことを謝りたかったのですが。
Oh my god, Lemon-chan. Looking around the square, Karen is nowhere to be found. God, thank... Oh, it's Karen with an IN instead of a... Has it always been an IN? Guys, one sec, let me check something.
セーブ中に電源切るなよ。
Right.
めんどくせえから攻略本見ながら。
Yeah, shit! The Karen from the past had an EN and we're using an IN for this one. Maybe that's just to make it easier to differentiate in the text in English. Well, I didn't expect her to turn up, but the fact that Peach is absent... Oh my god, Peach. 2 means...
やはり嫌われてしまったのでしょうか。
Character saying she's voiced by Murakawa Rie. Who does she also... What other characters has she voiced? Evangel Donut saying very, very dodge. Kidner snatch type of... I know, man. I know. Or maybe they're just sick of corn sandwiches. I know, I would be.
それはありえません。
Fucking hell. That was a swift now. Well, I don't think that's the case either. Don't worry yourself, it's just one of those days. No, I'm thinking they're on a mission. That's why they're not here. I'd be suspicious. The ones who didn't show up today are probably the mini Avalon crew. Karen must have forbidden them from approaching Sarah or something like that. She's a stubborn one too, after all. Well, Karen did witness the conflict between Avalon and the church with her own eyes. I can understand her distrust of Sarah. If anything, I'm the strange one for trusting her without any substantial evidence. But on the other hand, that's how I'm able to mediate between the two of them. Hey, you guys. You can take the whole basket, so grab some of it for your friends later. As soon as I call out, the children venture out of the shadows and swipe the basket. Mate, did they not think to just take the basket? The next moment, Sarah and I are the only ones left in the plaza. Wait, I want the fucking basket back. Just as unsociable as usual.
誰に似たんでしょうね。
What? Don't make it sound like they're my kids.
口の悪いところとかそっくりですよ。 可愛くむくれても無駄です。
Am I really that similar to the children here? You are a child. A man-child. They speak too little, are ungrateful, and impossible to read, plus they flock to anyone who's kind to them. Huh, guess we are alike.
せつなさんも昔はここで暮らされてたんですか?
No, I was... Where did I come from? Where did I come from? Where did I go? Where did I come from? Go on, Ijo. I only have hazy emotions and bits and pieces to go on, but I can say one thing for certain. Somewhere much, much nicer than here. Bloody hell. Thinking back on it now, it was a time filled with happiness. That's why I failed to notice the important thing. The most important thing. I got kicked out because of a bunch of stuff that happened, so I'm living with Rine now.
リンネちゃん。以前、教会前でお会いしたあの子ですよね。帽子の。
Do you not know that she was your original Setsuna's sister? You're a pretty bad girlfriend. Graduate is saying most notable is Ram from ReZero? Oh, fuck! How did they get a voice actress like that to voice this character? In this game? What the fuck? Ram as well? I suppose that... I'm kind of hearing it, but I'm so used to Ram just giving me such a disdainful fucking look. Bloody hell. That's right, the one with the hat.
お会いしたのはあの時が初めてですが、話はよく伺っていましたよ。
Right, so she would have heard about her from the original Setsuna. From Setsuna, I assume.
なんでも機械いじりが趣味の不思議な子だとか。
Lol, he's like, my sister is weird. She likes the machine. She believes the flesh is weak, the machine is strong. She hasn't changed. She's always cooped up in her room messing with something or other. Sarah looks down and falls silent.
彼女からお兄さんのこと何か聞かれていますか?
Oddly enough, she's not said too much since we first met her, I think. Evangel Donut saying this is pre-RE0. Barasu. Oh. What is this? I mean, but still, right? Was she not like a... Wait, what was the name of her... Murakawa. V. Barbie. She was born in 1990. Shit, make me feel old. She was born in Saitama Prefecture. Saitama, One Punch Man. No, never mind. God, every time I see Saitama. Right, come on, give me our discography or whatever it is. Wait, personal life. Right, no, let's concentrate on other shit. Right, she was in Fairy Tail as a character called Coco. I've not watched that, don't care. I mean, it's Fairy Tail's pretty big though, right? So this all starts from 2011, right? Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, she was just female. It has a certain scientific railgun S, and I was like, oh shit, and it just says female student B. Oh. I've not watched that. Come on. She's in a lot of stuff though, just as female student though, like smaller parts. And then the ones that she was like a character in, I've not really seen. We're in 2014. This is what I do, guys. I'm fucking on a fucking side tangent. Gonna lose all my viewers, man. 5 concurrent viewers. That's madness. Is the Order a rabbit? Is that an anime? What the fuck? She was in Fairy Tail 2014 as Beth Vandervood. I don't know who that is. Magica Wars. Why does that feel similar? Sound similar? No, I've not watched that. What the fuck is that? Come on. Parasite the Maxim as Misaki. Wait a minute. Who's Misaki in that? Where's the characters? Fuck me. It was Misaki in that. Misaki as a little girl that... What? Oh, some random little girl. What? Oh. Alright, she's just a little girl, right? That's not a massive role. Wait, Yui Kurata and Trinity 7. I feel like I've watched some of Trinity 7. Characters, baby. Here we go. Is it a big character? Is it a big character? I can't remember the characters in this. Yui Kurata. Special Magus who lives in the dungeon underneath the academy and is also a member of the Trinity. Right, so it's like that's a major character. That's good. Wait. Oh no, I saw your line, April. It's like holy shit. Participant, female student. Oh. Who's Tiona Hyro? She was in Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls? Dungeon. Don't know that one. Don't know that one. Brave Witches, don't know that one. So ReZero, Ram, that's a big role. Jufru, Is It Wrong to Pick Up again? Who's Tiona Hyro? Is that a major character in that? My knowledge of... Oh shit, man. Shit! Fucking mixing the copy paste. Oh! One of the darker skin characters. Nice. Little Witch Academia, I've heard of that. She's a character in that. Recreators, never watched that. But she's a character in that. That's cool. What else is she in? Caligula. What? There's an anime called Caligula? I've not seen that. Don't know. I'm just looking for now. Isekai Quartet, I've not watched that. Ram, of course. She was in The God of High School, which I watched like the first series of. Which was in I'm the Villainess. I've not watched that anyway. Ah, she's been a lot of stuff, right? Oh, video games. Here we go. Blah blah blah. Let's see. Idolmaster, Million Live, Valkyria Chronicles Duel. Interesting. Fire Emblem 2 F. Kagero. Come on, any other Island, Sara Garando. Any other games? Fire Emblem, ReZero, another Eden, Tokyo. Like she's like a prominent voice actress. She's done very well for herself. Just unfortunate, not a lot of stuff I've done. Ivan Jedot says Non Biori sounds familiar. It does, but I don't think I've seen it. Oh wait, that's that. No, that's Ninja Re Bang Bang. What? Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon? Is a pretty good one. Yeah. It is. Anyway, sorry guys. I'm like fucking sitting here wasting time on Wikipedia. This is what I do on my streams. It's terrible. Anyway, what the fuck are we doing? I'm sure that's because I've avoided that subject too. But Rena never tried telling me about him either. She's always called me Setsuda that like it's nothing. Never once looking awkward when she did it. And it's been 5 years after all. Enough time for hopes to completely vanish, as well as time to forget her disappointment and grief. No, there's no way she'd forget. It's penetrated deep into her heart. She's just pretending to have forgotten about it. Yes, she is, and she's a cheerful, positive, hard worker. Shockingly so, in fact. Well, I could say the same about you. Everyone here is resilient in some sense of the word. Instead of getting discouraged or giving up, they wear smiles on their faces, even with all the suffering they must have endured. That's what makes me want to change. Though it's sort of pathetic to say it to someone's face, so I won't. Hey, can you tell me about Setsuna if you want? Cracker saying Yui Kurata is like the second best girl from Trinity 7. Really? Wait. Best girl is of course Is she the one with the blonde hair? Why have I got a feeling she's the one that has blonde? I can't remember too much about from Trinity 7. Of course it's the one with the blonde pigtails. Oh fuck, who's Yui Kurata then? God, it's been ages since I watched Trinity 7. And it was one of those kind of random watches as well. What? Why did I not get a big image of this? Yui Kurata is the one with that. Wait. That one? Interesting. The loli character. I mean, are they all loli characters? I don't know. I can't remember. Anyway. I mean, she's done well for herself. I mean, she's done extremely well for herself. I mean, what am I talking about? What am I? How well have I done in life, right? Prominent voice acting. It's pretty cool. Shit. If I did it, Donut is saying, so apparently McDonald's licensed a music video called Smile Agenai. It's some weird Japanese shit. What? What, has that happened recently? Do I dare fucking look at this? Oh, what am I going to see, guys? Oh my god, I just see a fucking... What is this? Oh shit, that is loud. Oh, am I going to get fucked? Wait. Is that coming through? Wait, this came out a year ago. Oh, this is weird. What? Wait. The top comment on this from 3 weeks ago, right, translated to English is, it's in Japanese. It's a quote. It's amazing how he writes songs about his memories with his mother when he didn't go to school. When I heard this story, I was able to understand the weight and meaning of the lyrics in a different way, and she is truly the best. End quote. What the fuck is this? Man, I need the fucking English subtitles for this. Shit! It doesn't have English subtitles. This needs fucking English subtitles. Wait. Korean, Japanese, auto-translate? Let's try that. Right, come on, fucking Google. This is what I do in my time. I should not be doing this while I'm streaming. Right, let's fucking read these titles. It's not coming through good. Yeah, because if it comes through, I'll probably get fucking copyright striked, as usual. Those fries I ate while watching TV at lunch. I can't move from this room. Escaping reality. Oh shit. Buns, patty, mustard, ketchup, cheese, good. More early in. One hand, good morning. I'm barely surviving every day. If I get scolded, my remaining lives go down. If you praise me for something I can do, I'll get one up. What? Won't you give you a smile? I'll be my own character. I'll give the world a juicy swell then. I'll sprinkle salt in it and I won't give you a smile. Completing tasks is a piece of cake after all. What the fuck is this song? I lack cooperation, but I'll take command players charge in. Right, obviously this is like fucking all translated. So this is good. Wait, no. Right, so this is okay, right, I'm gonna stop here because this song is fucking batshit crazy. Wait, are you sure that this was from a year ago? Oh, wait a minute. It has a link to Japanese McDonald's recruiting in the description. Music words. Yeah, so this is by someone called Ano. Or I think that's their handle. What the fuck is this? Yeah, that's weird, man. Why would you use that as a recruitment thing? What the fuck is happening here? Sarah falters for a moment, then continues. Of course, I know at least that much. She sees me nod, then begins her story. Barbie. They were attacking him. Okay. Okay. Sarah shoots me a slightly mischievous glance. I suppose it does. Though the Avalon back then was an actual insurgent army the church was fighting at the time. It would be a euphemism to say he was being beat up. Oh shit, he was having the shit. I bet they would have ended up killing him if she'd let them be. Oi. You can't fucking gloss over then all sorts of things happened and we started dating? Come on. To be fair though, you're probably doing me a favour. I appreciate that we're not going to go into detail. You're skipping over it. That's the best part. Well, Setsuna agrees. Actually, nah. No, that's fine. Just give me a quick summary. Oh, this game is beginning to feel me. Hearing her speak fondly of Setsuna would just get me riled up anyway. What, are you jealous? Birds of a feather flock together, I guess? Fucking hell, man. I told her to keep it short, though. I must say, that's a rather corny... God help me, man. Cracker saying... Excuse me, Ash, there's a big difference. Wait, what? Oh, I also miss Cracker saying, yeah, blonde hair, twin tails, and that sexy outfit. Crack dealer has a type. Cracker saying, Yui Kurata is not just a lolly, but she has like a different personality that is more mature. How old is she, man? Is she still the same? I can't remember. Fuck, I can't remember Trinity 7. They were really scratching the bottom of the barrel for troops for these girls. You talked about the McDonald's thing. Ivaja don't say it was officially sponsored by McDonald's. Yes. To be fair, Japanese McDonald's did those little anime clips with the happy family. Oh my god. I mean, Of course I'd be happy with a beautiful red-headed wife and a lovely child. Eating some Mickey D's and my kids feeding me Mickey. Fuck! And then they had one where it was like a boy and a girl. They're going out and having some McDonald's. God, wholesome as fuck, but also how dare they be happy? This is not my life. Jobby, where are you? I need you to comfort me. Oh well, I've kept my door closed because Jobby comes and pisses me off. This is my life. This is my life. I'm a failed VTuber drinking Monster Energy on a Wednesday night. I do like those little McDonald's ads though. Evangelion is saying, for context, Anno is apparently divisive in Japan. Some hate her and some love her. I am not surprised, kind of getting that vibe from her. Sarah's probably trying to use Setsuna as a surrogate lover to replace her past love she mentioned. Yeah. Speaking of which, McDonald's also has an official training DS game for new recruits. This is a genius. Of course you should make it a game. It got dumped a few years ago. When you say dumped, do you mean they stopped using it, or the ROM became available online a few years ago? You had a dream that you'd serve corn soup to your partner for the rest of your life? Goals, I guess? It was just a dream? Wait, what? Well, she must have liked him so much that he appeared in her dreams? What? What? Pretty sure this card fanatic's dreams are irrelevant here, honestly. But he was suspected of being a spy, right? Were you fine getting involved with him? But no matter how much you insisted on that, the grown-ups around you must have... Huh?
時々柄の悪い方たちと歩かれているのを見かけましたし、ですが猛アタックの甲斐もあり、晴れてお付き合いさせていただけることになったんです。
Wasn't he just using it?
かもしれませんね。
This is not the love story I thought I was going to hear. Perhaps?
ですがあの人はきちんと話してくださいましたよ。自分たちはこの世界を、アイランドを救いたいだけだって。
Did he recruit you?
すべてを包み隠さず。私に話してくださったんです。
Is he a fucking idiot? You're the daughter of the head honcho of the opposition. Oh, he may not have been such a bad guy after all.
ことが終わった後にベッドの上で。
After? He's the worst.
口下手な人だったんですよ。
Wait a minute, you slept with a spy? I'm not fucking whatever. This is fucking insane. I don't think that was the problem, but he's better than me just by talking to her, I suppose. Mate, she slept with him when she knew he was a spy. This is fucking insane.
私は教会の考えをあの人にお伝えしました。教会も願いはアバロンと同じだと。
Evangelion Donut saying she's a nympho. No, look, you can't. I wouldn't just call her a nymph. She slept with one guy, right? She's not a nymphomaniac, man. Having said that, I guess she was she was 16 at the time. Wait, what age was this guy at the time? Because she said she met him. It was 16 when she lost him. I don't think we. Well, I don't think we were thinking about this too much. But also, I guess she was like repressed, right? No, man, don't do that. She's not like that, man. I mean, look, I'm not surprised that she fell in love with a guy that she met who was around her age. I imagine there's not many guys around her age in this island. Having said that, he was a spy and she knew it. Or she suspected it and she still slept with him. My estimation of her has kind of gone down.
教会とアバロンの和解が成立したのはその直後のことでした。
And he's only told her the details of this after sleeping with her. I'm just Cracker saying not my Sarah. Was that because of you two by any chance?
それはわかりません。ただの偶然かもしれませんし、 私も知らないところであの人が奔走してくれたのかもしれません。
I'm assuming he's around your age. I don't think a 16-year-old or even if he's 17 or 18 could fucking pull strings. I don't know.
ですが私はこう考えています。もともと双方の願いは同じだったのだから、和解は当然の結果だと。
Did it? Did they? Yesterday at the altar, Sarah concluded the conflict was a meaningless one. I mean, most conflicts have an element of meaninglessness to them when they develop into fights that include the loss of life. I don't know. Sarah knew that there was no need for the Church and Avalon to fight, that the fighting had simply taken lives. Was there though? I'm not gonna... Look, I don't think it was right, but didn't they have a shortage of food? But that was put to an end 5 years ago.
問題はその後です。
Right, I'm gonna be cynical here. Maybe the church were like, yeah, you can go out and try and find the promised land, knowing that they would all die. And they're like, oh yeah, we'll just get rid of A, our enemies, and B, we'd just get rid of more people so there's more food for the rest of us. Sarah's voice grows firm.
和解後間もなく聖地アバロンを探すために遠征隊が組織されました。言い換えればアイランドの外に活路を見出すための先遣隊です。アイランドの外は禁域と定められた場所。聖地を探し求めたために数えきれないほどの人間が命を落としたと聖典には記されています。私は本当は反対したかったんです。ですがあの人は
Setsuna joined the exploration team, and Sarah was unable to stop him. That was Setsuna's wish, as well as Sarah's.
大聖堂の奥にあるアイランドと外の世界をつなぐゲート。普段は近づくことさえ禁じられているのですが、その日だけは違いました。遠征隊の走行式です。ゲート前は別れを惜しむ家族や恋人でごった返していました。ですがあの人は一人でした。私にできたのはゲートの向こうに消えるあの人の背中をただ黙って見送ることだけでした。
I'm sure that was enough for him, though. Even though he was alone, he had someone to send him off. Even though he was alone, he had one person waiting for him to come home. And I have to ask her, the one person who'd been waiting for him, the most cruel question of all. But if he's the man Karen met, if the church was indeed hiding the truth. I heard that no one returned, though. That's the crux of the matter.
それは
Sarah takes quick glance all around us, then speaks in a low voice.
それは教会の嘘です。
What?
戻ってきたのは7人。誰もが衰弱しきり、瀕死の状態だったと聞いています。
Oh shit. 7?
残りのメンバーはアイランドに帰り着くことさえできなかったそうです。そう、アイランドの外は死の世界。そこに希望はありませんでした。
Oh well. That was a truth the church had kept hidden. That was a secret of the world that the church had been protecting all this time.
事実を公にすることはできませんでした。当時のアイランドにはまだアバロンを支持する者が多く、彼らは外の世界に希望を求めていましたから。
Hope can be surprisingly fragile. It gets chipped away little by little every day. But if it suddenly got smashed to pieces one day, their hearts would suffer the same fate. They wouldn't be able to pick themselves up again after that.
教会は7人の存在を闇に葬ることを決めました。
Oh shit. They just fucking straight out took him out to the back of the shed. What?
彼らを極秘裏に収容していた病院に火を
Oh my god! Wait a second, that's...
はい。口封じです。
You set fire to a fucking hospital? They were in there recuperating and you set fire to the hospital to burn them all alive? Now, I ain't no angel, but I feel that that is fucking downright evil. Why did they have to go that far? Mate, that is not the question I'd be asking. Surely there must have been other ways to keep them quiet.
事件を私は人の噂で知りました。
Mate, I want you to picture this. Can you imagine surviving the exploration, right? You come back and you survive. Other people had died on this thing, right? The 7 of you survive. You're in the hospital recuperating. It's a place. The hospitals are a place of, you know, you think you're going to recover. You think you're safe to a degree, assuming you don't succumb to your injuries. And they set fire to that. They burn them alive, man. Fuck these people.
病院で火の不始末があり、隔離病棟に入院していた6人の患者が亡くなったと。
Also, they were risking. I'm assuming they're gonna say like only the people that were the survivors died, but they were risking all the other patients in this hospital. 6. Then one that lived was.
それがあの人でした。
Oh.
事件の3日後、あの人は私の前に姿を現しました。
So we're gonna assume here, right, that only some people died. They didn't set fire to the whole hospital. I don't know though, it's not clear. The only reason I think that they wouldn't have set fire to the whole hospital is because I'm assuming they only have like one hospital.
全身が炎に焼かれ、目を背けたくなるようなひどいありさまでした。
Oh, fuck. Fuck. He was fucking burnt to fuck. Crispy Setsuna. Evangelion says the church never has morals. Oh, come on, man. As with everything. Morals. It's interesting, right? It's like, it's selective morals, like a twisted view. It's that you know what this is? This is like what governments do, right? It's for the greater good. I mean, the church will exactly the same thing. It's for the greater good. We are committing atrocities for national interest, for the interest of the church. And you're like, wait, don't you preach against this? Are you? Yeah, it's this is a very human thing, though. I think it doesn't just apply to like the church or even like religious organizations, like organized religion or big. It's just large group of people's going, we have this moral framework, but when it comes to certain situations, we're going to throw that out the window. And I'm going to try and play devil's advocate and say there might be situations where you have to do that. Like they say, you know, when war happens, you can't. There are certain situations where really horrible shit happens, right? And I can believe that there are maybe specific situations where you cannot avoid really horrible shit happening, right? Because it's a war situation. But having said that, it's amazing how people will fucking convince themselves to commit horrific fucking crimes and justify it. It's cope, right? They're like, oh, it's fine. I was doing it for the government. I was doing it for God. I'm like, mate, what? And you think it was, and you think that it's cope, man. Fucking cope. Evangelion Donut says she's officially a murder hobo. No, I mean, she didn't set fire to the hospital, right? It was the church that did it. But still, fucking hell, man. Fuck.
あの人は私に事件の真相を話し、そ それから言いました。
He told you? I would, man, if I was him, I would have turned into fucking Spawn, right? Fucking, I would have straight out went on a bit of a rampage. I don't know. I would have armed up and, I don't know.
決して誰にも話すなと。
What?
それがあの人の最後の
だ
言葉でした。
He came up to you as he was dying, burnt to a crisp, and the last thing he said is, "Don't tell anyone." Evangelii don't think the Crusades were a fuck show. Were the Crusades not an excuse for the king at the time to keep the people occupied and stop them from thinking too much about the current state of the country? Was that? I feel like I've heard that. It's it reminds me of in Rome, when Rome was the government of Rome was kind of failing, or when they were like losing the wars and stuff like that, the fall of Rome, right? They would like, oh yeah, put on more games, put on more gladiator games, keep the plebs entertained, keep them occupied, so they don't actually think about what's going on around them. What the fuck though? I don't understand this. Sarah's legs are shaking.
なのに私は彼の言葉の意味を理解してあげることができませんでした。どうして最後に私の前に姿を見せたのか、どうして最後に私に真実を伝えたのか。誰にも話せないのなら、どうして私に。
Maybe to show you that the church and the people running the church are fucking monsters? I don't know. I'm sure the reason for that was a simple one. Oh, okay. He probably wanted to meet you one last time before he died. True. I mean... And also, he probably didn't want his last words to be a lie. Tara's a wise woman. She should know that much without me telling her. She just doesn't want to acknowledge it. If I had sent someone to their death, I wouldn't want to acknowledge that they'd wanted me at the very end of their life either.
あんなことになることが分かっていたら、生かさなかったのに。
Hindsight is 2020, man.
絶対にこの手を離さなかったのに。
That's not true. Sarah and Setsuna protected this island. By not letting their hope die, they gave people the strength to stand once more. The two of them kept their promise they made to the very end. I mean, that's a pretty positive way of looking at it. You'll get sick again.
はい。
Huh. Even on our way back up the lift, I'm struggling to find a way to break the ice. The difference is, this time, it's become harder to make conversation, and Sarah looks like somewhat of an empty shell. This is the face of a person who's just spilled all her secrets, I'm sure. Maybe Sarah has no more left to say. But... Oh shit. What's going on here? Suddenly plunged in darkness, the lift comes to a halt. Sarah, are you okay?
はい、平気です。
What's going on here, guys? I feel her tugging at my sleeve. I can feel her trembling.
故障でしょうか。
The lights are out. Maybe it's a power cut.
ですが、こんなこと今まで一度も。
Uh-oh. Is there an emergency procedure? I hold my breath and listen for any sounds. Silence. The lift has come to a complete stop. It doesn't look like we're in danger for now. Let's just wait it out until someone fixes it.
ずっとこのままだったら。
Who's gonna fix the lift? Who knows that you're even in the lift? It's okay, we'll figure out something.
はい。
The two of us sit on the cold floor. There's nothing we can do but wait. Nothing but wait and hope that nothing bad will happen. I wonder how much time has passed. Wait, it has fucking emergency lights. Nice. Our vision might have returned thanks to the emergency light that lit up. But the button itself is unresponsive and the lift shows no sign of moving. I don't know what's going on outside, but I bet things are not back to normal just yet. Crater is Crater saying in the grim dark future there is only Setsuna. Lol. Evangelion is asking Spawn, but there isn't a fat clown anywhere. Oh my god, that clown! Fucking hell. Crater saying, is this just her Sarah's mother? Wait, what? This woman? The personality does seem a bit closer to that. Sports and sometimes Christian legend than we do before. Interesting. There were crusades that were involved, you know, like the crusaders from England, right? Because there's a bunch of crusades, right? I heard it from that kind of point of view. Evangelion saying lots of atrocities were committed in the name of God during them. Yeah, I mean, look. Lots of atrocities are Have you ever seen Hello Furious Sakura on Twitch? Welcome to the stream. It's the first time chat. Hope you enjoy this. I hope you're enjoying this. The reality is, in my opinion, Evangelion, atrocities, it's not it's for power, right? It's for land, it's for resources, right? You'll justify it anyway. You'll twist, like, there are, you think of a democracy as a half decent way to try and run a country. Not the best way. It is the least worst way, as a lot of people say. There's a lot of things that have in religion as well. Like there's good in it, and then it gets twisted. The problem, me personally, I think people go, "Oh, religion is bad," or "This specific religion is bad," or "Democracy is bad," and you're like, "Look, there's a common denominator here, and it's called fucking people, and people fucking suck, right?" That's not to say that these are like therefore all good, but it is like you look at the it's power grabs, right? These organizations, whether religious or not or whatever, power grabs, is othering, is always othering. And yeah, there's disagreements, but the majority of the times, most of the time, right, people will tolerate and live with other people. If they're happy, they have what they want, they can live a decent life, right, within that time frame, that period. But if they're not, they want to find an excuse, and then someone who wants to gain power and they want to gain the attention of the people will just tell them, "Oh, look at these people, look at this group, look at this minority, they are shit. They are the ones causing you trouble. Follow me, give me your power, give me whatever, and I will tell you, I will make it better." That's how I see it. Also, I love the little emojis. Furious Sakura, they're nice. And J. Jonah's jumped on Twitch. Awesome. That's just my opinion. There's a common denominator there. It's a very human thing. Because if like you look at any of these major religions, if they were religions of like pure war, and this interpretation and stuff like that can come into it, they would just like everyone would be it'd be like a cult, right? It would be very obvious from the start, and it wouldn't be sustainable. It's just that everything, I mean, a part of me just wants to say everything turns to shit in human hands. But that's a very cynical view of things. Anything can be twisted. Anything can be twisted into something evil by the right hands, by someone who's intelligent enough, street smart enough, whatever, to twist things. The thing is, right, you look at like anything with a good cause, right? It just takes someone who does not give a fuck who's like, oh yeah, God told me to do this. I don't care if I'm lying, or I'm doing this for the government and for the people. I don't care if I'm barefaced lying to try and benefit my own pocket, to benefit my own family or myself, right, or whatever the fuck it is. It just takes people that don't give a shit to take advantage of people that can't imagine there being people that don't give a shit like that. Fuck, I'm cynical. Anyway, fuck, I'm cynical. Imagine I don't say America in a nutshell. Look, man, America. Yeah, look, every government, every group, everything, like these things happen from time to time. I'm not going to say too much about the current American government, but like these things happen, right? And it's taking advantage of people. And I remember I've said to my parents in the past, like, oh, a video will come and it'll be like, oh, look at this. And I'll say, look, this might be just pure fake. Like, you need to look this up. This video is maybe just made up by someone and edited in a way and can recontextualize from what it was originally. And then they're like, why would someone do that? And I'm like, because there are people out there that are just arseholes. Either they have an agenda they want to do. More likely than not, they just want to get views and make some money. It could be like a group that wants to spread some sort of disinformation. I hate to say the word disinformation, but they want to spread something for their own personal reasons. Like, you just don't know. So in the past, you would listen to your mates, right? The people that you know, or people of perceived authority, which we still do to a degree, who can still talk nonsense. And you're like, I trust them because either there is some element of credibility or I know them. Now, that doesn't mean that they're right, but there's a bit of a barrier. You need to be someone who with some perceived credibility, which, you know, people would still be able to take advantage of that if they were like the type of people that could step on other people's corpses to get to where they want to be and pretend that they're credible, whatever. Higher barrier to entry, right? Now, all you have to see is a very well put together, not even well put together, but just like a video edited in a way to get maximum emotional reaction. And it just has to like dial into something that people know that people are very passionate about, and show things in a very different way, and people will be like, look at that video. And especially, I'll say, like, elder people, it's a bit easier because they're not used to this kind of like, for most of their lives, they're used to, like, when you see videos, when you see things like this, there was an air of legitimacy, because it was harder. It wasn't an easy thing to edit videos and stuff like that back in the day, like 20 or 30 years ago. It was a bit harder. You couldn't just do it on your phone or on a computer in like 5 minutes and fire it out and do things. And AI obviously fucking makes things even worse. And then you've got like, yeah, there's all sorts of things. Now it's so much easier. It's a lot easier to fool them, but it also fools us, right? I mean, if it's something that is a bias that you have, and it's something that reinforces the bias, you're like, oh shit, yeah. And it's like, yeah, look at this person of a minority group doing something really stupid. Now, look, there is statistics, but even statistics can be manipulated depending on how you interpret them, right? They will say something, but like how you can cherry pick things and stuff like that. Even statistics alone, when someone mentions a statistic, it doesn't necessarily mean that's objectively correct without you reading looking at statistics itself. Like, there might be correlation, but not causation, right? We live in a world full of fucking crazy shit, man. Evangelist saying, you're not wrong, everything does turn to gobshite in human hands. Cracker saying, say it, it's on brand for Ashmatic. Say what? Ashmatic's a cynical kit? No way people lie on the internet for their own benefit. So, I mean, sorry for anyone on the stream if you're hoping for something a bit more positive. I mean, we joke about it, Crack Dealer, right? Everyone knows you're going to get people on the internet that lie, but you can still be lulled into believing something. If I posted something, I went, look at this silly person who's not an anime fan doing something stupid, and I say I took it out of context, recontextual, you might believe it, and you know, like, if it reinforces something that you think about something, you genuinely have to, you cannot take any fucking thing on face value, even if it's a friend, right? Because they might have misinterpreted something. When anyone tells you something, the reality is they can be wrong, and you should always have that in the back of your mind. You can't instantly 100% believe something, even if it's from a supposedly credible source. You have to look at the information they're telling you, and you have to look at the reasoning behind it itself, right? That message, that thing they're saying, and you have to then try and judge that for itself. And if you can look up other things to corroborate it, you have to do that if you're that inclined. If you don't care, just don't take it as fact. Don't take it as gospel, right? You can't take anything as gospel. That's been true for the whole of history. Like, the thing is, think about the amount of things that you've maybe heard from people. You're like, oh, did you know this fact about something? And you just take it on the surface, right? And if you don't look it up to double check, you go, oh yeah, someone told me this, and you might repeat it to someone else as a fact. And in actual fact, they might have either made a mistake, or were just lying to you, or joking, and for, I don't know why they would joke about weird stuff like that. And you perpetuate it. Most of the time it's like someone misremembered something, or they got it wrong, and then you'll perpetuate that thing, and then one day you might find out that wasn't right, and then you go, oh shit, I've told a whole bunch of people who might have told other people the same interesting fact, and perpetuate the wrong fact, and it goes on ad nauseum. So like, I'm trying to put a positive bent on this, but the reality is you cannot 100% instantly believe anything someone says. You really have to, you have to take responsibility, in the sense that if it's something that you are taking on and accepting, you have to look into it and really think about it. It's like, does this make sense to me? Again, you could be wrong as well, because we're not perfect, but you've put some effort into it. Or you look up things to try and corroborate it, right? And obviously there's a limit to everything. Like, Wikipedia can be abused. Even books in history is not 100% correct. History is written by the winners, blah blah blah. Even the history books that might, are historic things that might say things that are controversial, might be hidden from society. Like, there's certain things that just don't get to see the light of day, for whatever reasons, whether people purposely hide them or whatever stuff, right? Like, nothing is there's very few things that are just black and white. And I suppose if you go down, you can go down the rabbit hole, put on the tinfoil hat, and say nothing is real. I don't think that's a fact. I think you just have to take it to a fact that, like, you might never know the entire truth of everything, but you can only try to put effort into the things that are important, the things that you regard as important, that you want to really know. You kind of look into it. That we have the internet, we have things we can at least look into to try and corroborate some things, or just take as a caveat that a lot, like, the things that you hear and you see can be total bullshit unless you've done something to check on it. Anyway, I have fucking gone on, and I've probably lost all my viewers who are listening to, what the fuck is this stream? What is this guy talking about? I don't know, man. What am I doing with my life? Let's carry on. Shut off from the outside world. The lift is just like a stone tomb. Like my life. Is it protecting us from the world? Or is it protecting the world by keeping us locked inside? Is this an allegory for the truth of life? I can't help feeling irritated that I can't do anything but wait.
狭い場所に閉じこもっていると、自分の時間と本当の時間がずれていくような気がするんです。
Yeah, I mean that makes sense. What is real time though? There's no absolute measure of time. Such a thing doesn't exist. Okay, that's why a standard needs to be put in place. That's what we need to find. Not a time that someone else has imposed on us, but our own sense of time. I feel like we jumped a logical step here. Maybe that's why people want to venture into the outside world. People are creatures of desire. They seek what they cannot find here. an ideal which must exist elsewhere. What's wrong?
あ、いえ、せつなさんも難しい話をするんだなと思いまして。
To be fair, I'm genuinely surprised as well. Sometimes he has insight, but most of the time he's an idiot. What was your impression of me before?
ノリと勢
Idiot.
いだけで生きているものとばかり。
I mean, he kinda is. Well, you're mostly right about that. Well, at least he's aware. There's nothing wrong with living that way, as long as things are going well. I guess. But that's not good enough.
いえ、いいと思いますよ。あの人も割と勢い任せでしたから。
And look where that got him. Ah, I shouldn't say that. That's harsh. Setsuna, huh?
放っておくと、すぐにとんでもないことをし始めるんです。
What?
命綱もなしに、教会の屋根に登って勝手に修繕を始めたときは、いろんな意味で肝を冷やされました。
Wait. This guy was a spy for Avalon and he went up to the church to repair the roof? I know he liked you, but what? He helped the church even though he was an Avalon spy?
あの人にはアバロンも教会もないんです。おそらく、スパイだという自覚もなかったかと。
What? He probably didn't even realize he was a spy. What? I see he really was like me?
アイランドの外に通じる抜け穴を見つけたから、一緒に行ってみないかと言われたこともあります。
Did you?
とんでもない。外に出ることは固く禁じられていますから。
Sorry, foolish question. The church forbids people from going outside. The church tries to protect people from the world of death. But people lose their senses when they continue to be cooped up in a small space. That's why Sarah and Setsuna wanted to change the island. Hey Sarah, mind if I ask you another foolish question?
なんでしょう、突然改まって。
It's something I've wanted to ask for a while now. Why are you going to these lengths for the island? She hands out food to the collarless children. She saved an Avalon spy. She's concerned for the island's future. I didn't get a chance to ask her back then. Or rather, I didn't have the right to hear the answer to that question. But I feel like I do now. One second, J. Jonas. There's an old quote that stuck with me for most of my life. I know how your barrio fights other barrios. Your enemies are very clear. You know who you're against and who's your homeboy. But in this vida, you can never know. Don't ever trust anybody 100% because if you do, you already lost. That's true. You can never. I mean, it depends on situations in life, but like, Evangelion's saying he probably didn't even realize he was a spy. The church firstly charged him. Yeah, that's maybe what it was. I don't know. Yeah, because I don't know, right? He was saying that she saw him with some sketchy characters, but yeah, the thing is, like, they say that the people that can hurt you the most are the people close to you, right? And that's because they know you the best. So, like, they can say things that really get under your skin, that really cut to the core of you because they know you. And the thing is, people can hurt you, and a lot of times they'll do that without even intending to do it. And so if you have this type of trust in someone where in your head that trust means that they'll not ever hurt you, I think that's like, it's not wise to think that. And it's not, and the thing is, as I said, they might even hurt you without realizing it, because they don't realize that there's certain things that really affect you in a way, maybe because you've not talked about it to them, because you're not going to tell everyone everything about how you work, right? We have pride, we have shame, we have we're closed, right, to varying degrees and all sorts of stuff, and like, so we're not going to tell everyone things. And then, you know, if you tell someone, if you get close to someone and they know some of the things that really get under your skin, that really annoy you, when they get annoyed, they might like throw that in your face, right? Oh well, you do this, or they'll do a thing that they know pisses you off. Because it's human nature, isn't it, to take advantage of the chinks in your armor when you're having an argument. It's very hard. Most people, when they get really angry, will take advantage of those little chinks if they know you well enough. And this is maybe this is a very cynical view of things, but I mean, you've maybe seen examples, and I don't want to name names, right? We're not naming names, but like, you would have seen examples in your own lives, right? People will throw things at you, going, "Oh well, this, that," and bring up history and stuff when they get annoyed at you for something. And that's just human nature. I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend that I'm better than that. I've probably done that in the past. Well, I try not to. I don't like. It's like when you have an argument with someone. It's like, oh well, why do you not put your shoes away or something when you go into the house or something, like something unrelated to the fucking argument, but something that pisses you off about them, and it's like you just dump every single thing perceived fault in you. You're like, what the fuck? Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, you can't 100% trust people in that respect, because even a lot of times they're not trying to hurt you, and they will. And then the other thing is that, you know, relationships are complicated, right? Whether it's your friends, your family, your lover, your children, whatever, right? There's good times and there's bad times. You'll fall out of favor with people, and you'll fall into favor with people. And there's always that you might permanently fall out with people that you're very, very close to. I mean, people might be like betraying you, right? They might be someone that actually hates you, and they're stabbing you in the back behind your back, and you never know about it, and they're falsely being your friend, which is, I think, hopefully a rarer thing. But yeah, I mean, the other thing I think about, Even Jeddo saying, yeah, I get that a lot. That's why I disassociate and ignore. I don't. So like, we're as humans, right? We, as I see it, in my opinion, we need these social connections, this like friendships, family, love of all sorts, and I fucking hate saying that word, it's cheesy as fuck. Blah, love, blah. But all of these things I see are very important to life. They are fraught, and the risk with these relationships is you open yourself up to a degree. You have to, right? And that can be taken advantage of. You can be betrayed, and it happens so much. But if you totally close yourself off, that's not good either for the long term, right? It's like it's a balancing act where you don't want to open yourself up totally to everyone, but you don't want to close yourself totally to every single person in the world. I think both of those extremes are just like bad in general. The hard part is finding people who you can trust and who have a certain level of integrity. And again, we all have flaws. We all fail certain things and do things that we regret afterwards. And I suppose like the capacity to forgive and the capacity to accept being forgiven is an important thing as well. Like, we're flawed. Just look at yourself and you think, am I a perfect person? Have I ever lost my temper or lost my cool and done things that goes against my normal ethics, right? Got angry at someone and started taking advantage of something I knew about them to bring them down, or things like that, which you normally wouldn't do. Like, we all have these things, right? And so you know, other people are flawed like that as well, and sometimes they have that weakness, right? To to be like that to you. I'm such a hypocrite though. I don't really think of this in my day to day. I really should, right? Fucking do as I say, guys, not as I do. But you know, when I think about it, I mean, I get that. I get the kind of just like disassociate and ignore. It's the easy, quick and dirty solution. But then what type of life is that, right? I assume, I don't know, but I assume that, you know, when you open your, it's like when you find the right people in life, which again is, they're rare, those type of people are rare, but even just finding the right people for you is like in general a very hard thing to do. But when you find the right people for like that who you can trust to a large degree, you can never trust someone 100%. You know, everyone's flawed and you can't expect anyone to be 100% awesome with you all the time. People have their own issues and they have their own weaknesses that can cause them to be in a bad state and then lash out and or take advantage or perceive things. But like I think when you find people, if you can find people that you can trust, that's if you can, like it makes a big difference in life, right? That's the is that like we want to be able to be ourselves and feel comfortable, and we want to be with people that like, it's that cheesy thing of being accepted for who you are. Imagine I don't think finding the right people question in this closed off world, addicted to phones with the death of third place. Well, we've talked about this before. It's harder now, definitely. But people do still go out. People still taking part in sports. It's a lot harder now, but you can still meet people online, right? Like online, when you meet people online and you only talk to them online via Discord or whatever it is that however you communicate, right? Obviously you never get to know them as well as like seeing them face to face, and it's a much harder thing to judge people. And to be fair, it's a lot easier for them to fall off the face of the planet and stuff like that. Likewise for yourself, for you to just fall off the face of the planet, not message them and things. But you can still find meaningful relationships in terms of friendships via that, I think. I think it's possible. It is a lot harder. And people are just a lot less forgiving. Like, it's a world full of a lot more polarization. But I do think it is possible. But yeah, I mean, we're talking about you'll have your friends, you'll have your family, and then you'll have your close friends. And these are like the 1 in a million type people. You'll probably have maybe one in life or two. If you're lucky. What the hell am I? How do we even get into this conversation? Trust. Yeah. And you know what? The reality, I'm gonna like. The reality is you might never find someone like that, right? I don't want to be unrealistic here. Like, we live in a world that's not fair. Not everyone, like, not everyone is born into a family that's that has parents that are really loving and stuff like that, where you feel that every person should have that, but that's not the way the world works. Not everyone is born into a place where they have food and shelter and safety, security. And just like I'm saying, talking about the possibility of finding people like that, the reality is you might not, right? I don't want to be unrealistic here. Life is unfair. It's all about trying to strive for something. You might not necessarily get it, but the hope is that if you're walking towards goals in life, that you know when you look back, you see that you've progressed. You see the path, that you've walked a path towards a goal or certain goals. If you just, what was it, Homer Simpson? I don't know if it's from The Simpsons. It's like, you can't fail if you don't try. And I'm like, if you don't try, you'll just live as a failure, which is one of those things that you think, that's fine. And then after 10, 15 years go by, and you look back and you go, what the fuck? Like, why am I so miserable? Or maybe you'll realize why you're miserable. It's not a good state of being to be in. Evangelical saying, there's a reason AI relationships and VTubers are on the rise. Yep. Like, hard to socialize, less places to find people in real life. People are online a lot more because of social media. AI gives you this, like, the AI will just love you. Look, and as AI gets more complex and advances more, it'll become harder and harder to distinguish between AI and people. But then most of these AIs are designed just to kiss your ass, right? Which is or be tsundere. It's like weird, like, stereotypes, which don't reflect the nuances of actual humans. But then that's the point, isn't it? They're a lot simpler and they'll just do what you say, and a lot of people would be happy with that, which I don't think is a healthy way of looking at things. I mean, if you live in a human society. VTubers, yep. I mean, the thing about VTubers is that you don't the anime aesthetic a lot of people like, cute anime girl character person thing, being controlled by someone that you don't have to see, so you don't see the kind of flawed human with imperfect skin and imperfect body, blah blah blah. You just see this perfect bright colored character, and so what you attach to is it's just pure personality. The looks are all there because of the avatar, because obviously the majority of these avatars are reasonably nice looking characters. Evangelical saying, it is possible and harder. I'm a person messages since we are both teenagers starting to listen. There's certain relationships like that, right? And the thing is, I mean, that's a very long-term relationship, right? It's been and that means something, right? Like, it's easy, see, if you fall out with someone, it's easy to just, like, if it's a really bad falling out, I mean, it's human nature to just, like, I hate them, I don't want to talk to them anymore, I don't want to even think about them. I try, and I'm not going to pretend that I'm good at this, but I try to think, well, yes, I really don't like them now. That, I mean, unless it was super bad, I'm like, but, and this person's done some bad things, in my opinion, that I've not liked, but what was this overall relationship? What's this relationship given me? If someone that's, like, been there for you in years past, like, you look at the overall relationship, right? You don't just judge if you're thinking of the relationship as a whole, you don't just judge it by how it ended necessarily. Did they make you happy for years? Were they there for you at certain times? Yes, they might have failed you at this point, and maybe it was a pivotal point and you really needed them. And yeah, I mean, if you don't want to keep in contact with them, that's fine. But, like, it's a bit like looking back in life and looking towards the happy moments that you had and appreciating them. Like, I feel like in this world we live in the here and now. People are like, I need to go on holiday every year, which is fine. Yeah, like abroad and stuff like that. Experience, enjoy, like, new experiences and stuff. And that's all good. But it's like, did you forget about the experiences you had last year? Do you ever, like, reflect on them? Do you ever, how often... And I think people might, maybe I'm just a miserable bastard and I don't do this, but, like, how often do you think back to good times you had with people and just, like, to bring a smile to your face? Because that's the whole thing about, I'm paying I'm not buying something, I'm paying to, putting money towards enjoying good experiences. And I'm like, the whole point of an experience is that you enjoy it afterwards. It changes your mood. It hopefully affects you for the good over the long term. But you also, I mean, the idea is that you look back at those memories. It's memories. People talk about for memories. Do you actually think about those memories, or do you sit there thinking, I need to go on another holiday this year, otherwise I'll be miserable because I didn't go on holiday this year, and I need to put it on the Instagram or whatever the fuck, on the group chat. I don't know. Evangelo is saying, yeah, it allows a person to project the perfect image of the person, which is why VTubing is rife with parasocial relationships. That's true. It is true, but I mean, that's the problem with content creators in general, right? Whether you have a VTuber avatar or you're showing your actual self, you will be portraying a certain personality to a degree. So if you want to portray a totally a fake personality or something that's just crafted specifically for the videos and the streams that you do, I mean, that's parasocial relationships being there from the beginning. I mean, it's always parasocial, right? You don't fully know them. I joke, there's a VTuber I watch, a couple of VTubers, but there's one I watch quite a bit, and I always joke, you try to make this a parasocial relationship. They actually talk a lot to their chat and stuff like that. They're not huge VTuber, but they're like fairly sized, right? But they do interact, and I'm always trying to be careful, because it's like, yes, I am someone in your chat, I am someone that is a follower. I do regard the people, the regulars in the chat and all that, as kind of like online friends, but I regard online friends as very different from IRL friends that, you know, and even the VTuber themselves, I'm like, I mean, I'm low. I don't like saying they're my friend, because again, I don't fully know them. I feel like they are themselves. I don't think they're putting on any fake persona. I think they're genuine. But I want to always try and be careful. I don't want this to be, oh, you're my friend, but it's like, it's an online friend. It's a different dynamic. You are the VTuber. We are the chat. There's this kind of hierarchy there, right? So yeah, like, parasocial relationships are real. It is always a constant danger. I mean, I'm at risk of like I'm a VTuber creator in the loosest sense. I mean, I create shit and I'm streaming and people are in the chat, a couple of people at least. There is a difference. I'm gonna say, I mean, there's a difference between the people in chat who are online friends, and there's a massive difference between, you know, I really appreciate you guys, and I regard you as like, well, the regulars, online friends. But I do feel that, you know, there is a difference between that and people IRL, partly because the people I know in real life know me more as me, rather than whatever this persona is I do online. And I don't want to create parasocial. I don't want to have I don't want to create parasocial relationships with people. I like to hope that you come in and you enjoy stuff. And my hope, like, even though I do these streams, and I really need to fucking get my finger out and do more. I don't know, stuff that's like more productive to society, instead of simply just doing streams of games and then chatting over it for fucking half an hour. Duh, we're going into 3 hours, man. It's fucking like past 11 o'clock at night. I mean, my wish for this channel, or for what I do, is to do things that are like, people watch and listen, they'll get something nice out of it beyond just the usual, oh, that kind of entertained me for 5 minutes and then I switched off because that guy talked for another 2 hours of shite. Maybe they learn something via the chat, maybe from the chat when I read out the chat, or myself. I don't want to be people like, oh, Ash Mannix is my best friend. I was like, I'm not gonna discourage parasocial relationships. But anyway, fucking hell, I'm ranting on. Everyone's kind of gone to sleep. Imagine I don't say, honestly, most people don't want to create parasocial relationships with others. True. Yeah, the ones that embrace that sort of thing usually have nefarious purposes, usually by trying to extract money from desperate people. Yeah. Yeah. I don't like. I genuinely. So I don't want to spread unhealthy practices amongst whoever comes across my streams and stuff. You know, I want you guys. You know, I mean, it would totally suck, right? You guys are regulars, right? But a part of me would be quite happy if you found things IRL. Wait, what did I just press there? Fuck. And you ended up, you know, spending more time with people in real life and having a more fulfilling life, right? Maybe remembering that random cynical Scottish asshole streaming. I mean, life isn't that easy, but I would I would be happy, right? I mean, I'll be honest, I'd prefer you to be, you know, to still be there and chat and stuff. But if you're able to build a better whatever, like you're here at a certain point in life and you're able to get to like a better point in life, whatever that means to you, and that meant that you could jump on streams less. I'm like, you know, you go and do that, because if I found better things to do with myself in life that were more fulfilling than what I'm doing, than being online and streaming, I would do it in a heartbeat. You know what I mean? So I can't not expect the same from you guys, right? And I kind of hope for that, right? That somehow, I don't know what the fuck, like, people find some sort of fucking happiness that involves meeting people IRL and having some sort of fulfillment in life. I don't know. Imagine just saying, I'm here because I enjoy the content. It's a nice reprieve from the brutal reality of life. Well, I'm glad that I give you some reprieve, even though we talk about all the subjects of reality. Let me continue for a bit more. Destiny. Bro, that was more than 20,000 years ago. A family besmirched. Has she got the birthmark? Cool. Oh shit, how weird flashbacks. Sarah chuckles at me. Oh, God, it's the same birthmark, isn't it? Maybe it's just my imagination that her expression suddenly looks like a little girl's. That sounds so dodgy out of context. Sarah? She might have taken that as a yes, or maybe she had no intention of asking me in the first place. I shouldn't need the sensor, but I'm taking the sensor out. What the fuck is a sensor? Oh shit, I changed the sensor. I forgot about this. Fuck. Sarah pulls down the neck of her robes without embarrassment nor hesitation. God damn. Hey, Sarah, what are you? She continues exposing her naked flesh until... It enters my vision for a brief moment, then I come to my senses. Cover it up. It's not something you should be showing to other people. Oh, we're not going to show this? Oh, right, okay. Weird. I grab Sarah's robes and forcefully redress her. My heart isn't throbbing because I got to see the breasts I'd only imagined in my wildest dreams, of course. What? On her left breast, towards the middle, right where her heart would be, was something that still burns in my mind. A mole? No, it'd be unusual for one to have such a defined shape, but... So this is... Jonas singing... Yeah, man. I mean, I would say... I mean... I suppose it's very easy for me to say. If there's any way that you could get out of that situation, go to another place, I would. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've thought of that, right? I'd hope that if you ever find the opportunity to do it, just leave it, man. If you can find a better, safer place to be. Because Some places are just like, not everyone can change the world, right? I don't know.
かつての罪を忘れないために。
It's just a birthmark, calm yourself. With a slender finger, Sarah traces over the brand over her white robes. Obviously, there's no way of knowing now what those sins were. I love how of course in this game, the birthmark is going to be on her chest. Of course it won't just be on her arm, right? Or her hand, or something innocuous. It has to be there. Ugh. And here they are, connected by blood passing from one soul to another over the passage of countless years.
なら、私だけが目を背けるわけにはいきません。
That's the reason why Sarah fights.
私にばかり話させてずるいです。今度はせつなさんのことを教えてください。
No, I've done enough talking today, Sarah. Oh, it's alright. I'm not an amazing person like you. Well, I'm nobody. And don't you know it? It's hard enough just telling the truth nowadays. I think I'm still in the middle of discovering who I am.
では、いつか見つかったらお話ししてくださいね。
Yeah, of course.
約束ですよ。
I still don't know when that will be. But I'm sure I'll discover my true self at the end of my journey. Oh, the lights have come back on. The floor starts to shake.
よかった。ようやく動き出したみたいですね。
I'm surprised anyone was working on it. I get that, right? I get what you're saying, but honestly, it can seem kind of scary to kind of go somewhere that you're not comfortable with. But if you genuinely see a better outcome in the long term, it's like, I'm gonna give a really bad example. Again, my life has been totally different, but like when you're in a job, right, and you've been doing that job for a long time, and you're not happy with a lot of aspects of that job, but you know the people there, you're comfortable there, you know what you're doing in the job, and it's that thing of like, do I move somewhere else that has better prospects? But I don't know if I'll not like the people there. I won't necessarily know the work there. I'll take some time to adjust and learn new skills. And again, it's you're taking a risk, right? But sometimes you just kind of have to take a bit of a leap there. Like it's a calculated one, right? You don't just go anywhere. But I don't know. I mean, look, man, I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend I know all the things. But sometimes take it from someone who is the type of person to just sit and do the same thing forever, even if they're not happy with it. Who literally has to get a boot up the arse for anything to change. You know, sometimes the risk is worth it, and like it's a journey, right? If you go somewhere, if you move, say in this analogy, you move from one job to another, and you're not happy with that job. You know, you do it for a while and you keep an eye out, or you look to move somewhere else or move to a different department. Because it's a journey, right? Life's a journey, and you'll make mistakes, but I don't know. It's like I don't want to say stupid shit like you have to break some eggs to make an omelet, but if the possibilities of good outweigh the current situation, the negatives, I don't know, man. Sometimes you have to take it's a leap of faith sometimes. But again, it's easy for me to say this. John is saying like a person who spent a long time in the world. They grow accustomed to it and it's hard to integrate with others. Yeah. I know what you're saying. But you can still I'll say, I mean, it's still possible, right? You're right, it's hard. But just because it's hard doesn't mean you can't do it. Just because it's hard doesn't mean you don't do it. If you see that it's potentially worth it, There's some times in your life where you have to take a risk, right? And I'm a massive hypocrite in saying this because I've not taken massive risks in life. But I do believe that there's sometimes you do. But I think you'll feel it, right? You go, this is something that I'm willing to bet on, right? Just yeah, the status quo is not always great. I mean, if you're happy, this is the thing. If you're content where you are, it's different. But if you're not, yeah, I don't know what I was going to say. If you're not content, if you're not happy, you have to take that chance. And maybe you make a couple of mistakes, maybe make a lot of mistakes, but again, calculated, right? Don't bet the farm on black on roulette, right? I don't know what the fuck that is an analogy from, but I mean, if you're content to agree, I think it's fair enough. But as I say, sometimes you have to take that risk, and I feel like you'll feel it. You're just like, there'll be times where you go, do you know what? I need to take this chance. Yeah, just don't be me. Do as I say, not as I do. This is so bad. Sit on something and just do the same thing day in and day out and be fucking miserable and be like, oh, how do I change this? I don't know. Will I like if I make a change or risk? But the other thing is, if you get used to that, if you take that chance, or if you make that change, it's possible to get used to kind of the discomfort of being in an unfamiliar situation. I think you can get used to that, and you can feel more comfortable with it, which is a good thing because sometimes, like say if you move from one job to the other, it's always uncomfortable and new and unfamiliar. If you get used to that, then you become less afraid to move to another job, as an example. But whatever, what are we doing? Why is she going, huh? Having taken a single step out of the lift, Sarah stares wide-eyed at the sky above. The stars are shining. Yeah, these must be screens. We must have been trapped in the lift for quite a while, haven't we? Crap, if word gets out that we've been away from the church all this time. We might even find out through the grapevine that we've been giving food to the children too. Oh shit. I mean, who fixed the lift? If the residents find out that we've been breaking our own rules while the ration system's still in effect, yeah. Sarah covers her mouth and sinks to the ground. Well, I figured this would happen. There's no use panicking about that now. Why don't you rest a bit? I take her by the hand and guide her to a bench. Then...
Sarah-sama, ここにいらしたんですか?
I turn around to find an irritated woman standing there, barking at us. She's a nun from the church, judging by our appearance.
このような時に、一体どこで歩かれていたのですか、サラ様?
Yeah, that's what she was doing. She was just walking around. Let's stick with that.
何かあったのですか?
ご存知ないのですか? 停電でアイランド中が大騒ぎですよ。
Right, luckily, or unluckily, the rest of the island had a power outage, so that's a distraction.
徐々に復旧しつつあるようですが、まだ空の明かりも戻ってきていません。
Oh, so it's still technically daytime. Wait, so it resorts to like stars and stuff, and it what? Okay, a power cut, so it's not nighttime. That means, and who might you be? Oh wait, shit. She suddenly shoots me a piercing look, and I hastily let go of Sarah's hands. Oops. I'm just her bodyguard. What?
まあまあ、今はそんなことより。
どうされました、サラ様? まさかこの男に何か?
What is she gonna suggest? He made you ill?
いえ、リフトで。
Oh, don't say that you used the lift.
あ、いえ、これは。
Just say you ate bad food. Sarah's getting flustered and tongue-tied. Looks like I'm going to have to come to the rescue. Oh, mate. Don't make her say it. She has morning sick. Mate, fuck off! Is he a complete fucking idiot? Just go with it. You'd be in serious trouble if you got found out now, right? Couldn't he say that she ate bad food? I'll take responsibility like hell you will.
どんな形で取ることになっても知りませんからね。
Mate, you're gonna get fucking annihilated. Well, it'll work out somehow. Why would you think this is the right thing? Oh, fuck.
そういうことですので、私のことはお気になさらず。
まさか本当に誤解になさっているのですか？
She still seems to have her doubts, so I'll give it one more push. Oh, there. Don't bother your mum too much, Mala. What the fuck is this?
なんで名前をつけるんですか？
Where did that name come from? It's just a placeholder for now.
よくありません。やはり晴天から取ってマリアとかにですね。
Could you stop complicating the situation?
そうですよね。男の子か女の子かも分かってないのに、名前なんて早すぎますよね。
Why? This is just so stupid. Evangelia don't think, of course Setsuna says something dumb like that, considering how the writing has been with Karen. Fucking hell, couldn't you just said that she ate bad food and she was ill? Why would you... She's the fucking priest, nun girl, whatever the fuck. You... Oh, fucking hell. We seem to be getting the hang of it. Do you want children by any chance? What?
欲しいですよ、そりゃもう。
Yeah, but isn't she supposed to get married first? Oh.
サラ様。
Oh, that made me jump. Why is she
あ
crying?
りがとうございます、サラ様。
What?
え？
What?
サラ様が誤解になさったとなれば、お父上様もきっとお考えを改めていただけるはずです。
What?
長かった認識票の発行制限もこれでついに。
What? Identification?
私はずっとこの時をお待ちしておりました。息子を亡くしたあの時からずっと。
What the fuck is going
ど
on?
うしてはいられません。すぐに教会に戻ってガーランド枢機卿にご報告してまいります。
What the...
ちょっと待って。
Well done, Setsuna, you fucking idiot. But what the hell is she talking about? Sarah tries chasing after the woman who dashed off. Wait, Sarah. I grab hold of her hand. Why are you doing this? We can clear up the misunderstanding later. Mate, did you hear what she was saying? Oh, you're a fucking... Fuck!
ですが、父に誤解されてはさすがに。
I think there's a bigger problem here than your dad getting the wrong impression. Forget that now. She mentioned a power cut earlier, didn't she? Mate, did you ignore the fact that she said the identifications could happen again?
停電？ええ、もしかしたら発電所で何かがあったのかもしれませんね。
I have a bad feeling about this. Nirvan and his grandfather works at the power plant. Where is it, Sarah? What if something did happen? What if something irreversible happened while we were trapped in the lift?
ご案内します。ついてきてください。
God. Right. It has been fucking almost 3.5 hours. Fuck me. I'm gonna leave it there for now because holy fucking shit.
ネバーアイランド。
I'll leave it on a fucking cliffhanger. Evangelia saying this is the writer's fetish, and now Setsuna just backed himself into a corner where he now has to actually get her pregnant for real. This is what I was thinking, yeah. What an idiot. What shite writing. It's so contrived, isn't it? Wait, where's my... There's my beautiful one. My face? Hello. Look at my beautiful purple skin and luscious white hair. Why am I talking like this? Well, that was interesting, and holy shit, that was a conversation and a half. I think I spent half of this fucking stream chatting shite. Yeah, well, I thought Setsuna... we found out that Sarah was actually in love with the original Setsuna, who was Rene's actual brother. Even though she thought he was a spy, she fell in love with him, slept with him as well. Like that. Physical relationship. And she loved him, and then he passed away. I have confirmation of that. And so that she's using him as as a replacement. Jobby's trying to attack my door from the outside. There's a power cut. We came up to the top floor. A woman found us. Sarah was ill. We gave the excuse that she's got morning sickness, so she's pregnant. And for some reason, the woman's like, "Oh, we can use new identity, start identifying kids now, or something, or doing something," which sounds like a massive change to the current way the church was working. So I don't know why her being pregnant indicates that or allows for that. We're now concerned about what happened at the power plant that Nirvan works at, Renee's grandfather. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff happening. I don't like where this is going. This is going to get more complicated. But I'll say this much, it's getting kind of interesting now, right? Do you know that Karen stuff? I don't fucking want to know about Karen's story. I don't want to go down that route. I just want it to be expo dumped in like a couple of lines. I don't want to fucking know. Because it's stupid, right? Not stupid. It's fucking dire. And I don't like how they try to make humor out of it. It just doesn't. Just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. If I don't saying purple head of purity meme goes brrr. I told you conversating is more interesting than this bad writing from Baby's first VN. Sorry, Baby's first VN is harsh. It should be anyway. On that note, we'll leave it there. This is Island, or Never Island, at least the Never Island part of the story. I am Ash Mannix. Have I said that already? And I'll see you guys next time. See ya.